Oh, hold on. Now we should be good. All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's MTGBudgetBrew, and as you can see from the title, we are playing Pick 2 Draft, Secrets of Strixhaven Before It Is Gone. And I say before it is gone because it will be leaving us in... Oh, that's Premier Draft. In 13 hours and 41 minutes, it is going to be gone, and I have to sneeze. Which is unfortunate. I'm not the biggest limited player, but this Pick 2 draft, I've been enjoying it so far. In fact, just before the stream started, I have a recording that started 30 minutes ago, and that's because I did a draft with a Jund deck. It's mostly Golgari with a splash of red. I do like red for the removal that it can provide. And I got my first 4 wins in the draft. You can see I've drafted, it looks like 10 times. First draft went 3-2, got some 2-2s in here, have an 0-2, 2 back-to-back 0-2s, that's kind of rough. But I just went 4-1 with a Jund one. So that was cool. Yeah, and in fact, this little tab, I don't think it was here before, or if it was, I never noticed it before. But trophy runs 1. I didn't know trophy runs were a thing. I didn't know that was a term, but I got my first one, and that's dope. And we're going to try to duplicate it. So yeah, when I was drafting for this Jund deck, and when I built the deck, there's 2 things that I was trying to think of. One, anytime I saw Impractical Joke or Unsubtle Mockery, definitely had to take it. These were the only 2 red cards that I had in the deck. I had 2 copies of both, for a total of 4 red cards in the deck, but I liked it. I really think that red has some good removal available to it. So yeah, picked up red removal whenever I could, and then the rest was really just Golgari. A little bit of mana fixing when I could grab it. Studious First Year for the rampant growth. Shared Roots for mana fixing, and then also 2 copies of Terramorphic Expanse. Yeah, so that was mostly it for the drafting part. Drafting red for the removal, then just whatever Golgari cards seemed good. And then also our top end, when I was building the deck, I realized that I want to be a little greedier with our top end. So I was running 2 copies of Old Growth Educator, 2 copies of Tenured Concoctor, and a copy of Together as One. We had 2 copies of Best Mascot. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking, if our opponent ends up drafting, like, let's say 3 really good removal spells, well, then that means we should have more than 3 top-end creatures that will die to those removal spells. And I don't know. It seemed to work out well. Maybe I just got lucky. But it seemed good. Felt good. So we're going to try to duplicate that starting right meow. Yeah, Jund. I don't know. I like it. I can pull up the stats on Untapped, see how Jund is looking. It definitely wasn't one of the top color combinations, but we can see where it lands. These opening cards. So again, I definitely want to prioritize removal. Witherbloom Charm we didn't have access to last time, so I think I'm going to go Witherbloom Charm into Wander Off. That's 2 removal spells already. That's great. Leech Collector is one of my favorite cards. This increment card is really good. So easy day. Those are the only 2 cards that interested me. Yeah, Topiary Lecturer. It's kind of crazy. Leech Collector is just really nice. It's very easy for this card to become prepared, and then for 1 black, you can just have your opponent lose 2 life. I had a game where I probably activated Bloodletting like 6 times. That's a lot of life to drain from your opponent. Let's see. Nothing in here looks super great for us. What about Micah, Reader of Ruins? 4 mana, 4/4, pay 3 life. Ward, pay 3 life. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may sack an artifact. If you do, copy that spell and you can choose new targets for the copy. That seems good. And follow the Lumerettes. 2 mana infusion. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them, put into your hand. If you gain life this turn, you may instead reveal 2 creature and or land cards from among them, put into your hand. Seems solid. Nice. Yeah, let's see where Jund has ended up. Ooh. Jund is located under low match volume. Look at this. So this is the limited draft tier list. Now this is premier draft. Let's take a look at pick 2. It says the best colors are Orzhov and Boros. After that, it goes Simic, Golgari, Izzet, and Temur in B tier. C tier, nothing. And then you go down to low match volume. And here is Jund. Only 13 games, 1,300 games have been played with Jund decks, apparently. Which is crazy because the top colors have like over 60,000 matches played. But Jund is only at 1,300. So yeah, not super popular. Oh, crap. I thought I would hear the pack noise of it moving over, and I didn't. So we just missed the opportunity to pick some cards there. That's a bummer. I guess I'll grab the Mage Tower Referee. It probably won't make it into the deck, but, you know, it's colorless. It can fit in. Okay. New packs. Let's see. Dual Tactics. There's another Wander Off, which is kind of dope. Rubble Rouser's like, okay. Zombify is tempting. Shadelock is a little bit tempting as well. Ooh, no, I gotta go Thornfish Striker. Thornfish Striker is really good. 3 mana, 3/3, ward 1, and then whenever you gain life, your creatures get +1/+0 and have trample for that turn. Like, that's good. Mind Roots. 3 mana, target player discards 2 cards. Put up to 1 land card, discard this way off the battlefield, tapped under your control. That's a crazy card. And then I really like Adventurous Eater. I think she's a really good card. We can grab Foolish Fate and Titan's Grave here. That's pretty dope. The Dawning Archaic is actually really crazy, though. Do I wait on the dual land? I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to grab the Dawning Archaic. Anytime someone has played this against me, I just lose. Here we get an Unsubtle Mockery, which is beautiful. And we can grab a Pigment Wrangler. It's fine. 5 mana, 4/4 with flying. Choreographed Sparks. Yeah, you can copy things. That's fine. I don't care. Dual Tactics is fine. And then nothing else here is really great. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good so far. We have 1 Unsubtle Mockery and 2 Wander Offs. That's pretty decent removal. And the Witherbloom Charm. Destroy target online permanent with mana value 2 or less. It's pretty good. Grab both of these. Throw them back into the sideboard. Grab these 2 blue spells. Throw them back into the sideboard. All right, final pack. Practical Joke is up there. And a Teacher's Pest. Teacher's Pest is going to be really, really good for helping to trigger our life gain. We haven't seen any of the 4 or 5 drops that we're looking for in green. We haven't seen the something concoctor, or that's a big one. And then the Tree Folk guy. Haven't seen him. Let's see, where's the Tree Folk guy? Oh, Old Growth Educator. We're looking for Tenured Concoctor and Old Growth Educator. That's who we're hoping to see next. Dual Caster Mage. I didn't even know that was in these packs. 3 mana, 2/2 flash. When it enters, copy target instant sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Double red is kind of rough, but that sounds kind of crazy. Do I think I can realistically cast that? I'll be honest, I kind of just want to go Rearing Embermare and Shopkeeper's Bane. Shopkeeper's Bane for sure. I guess I'll try out the Dualcaster Mage. I hope that horse comes back though. From here, what do you do? Nah, I don't care about you. Banemaker's pretty good. Kind of want to grab the Monstrous Rage. Oracle's Restoration isn't bad either. It's 1 green to cycle a card. I'll go Monstrous Rage and the Banemaker. Death Touch creature is just really good. Knockout Maneuver is massive. Sundering Archaic. We have 3 colors in the deck. When this enters, we can exile something that's mana value 3 or less. That seems good. From here, Ancestral Anger and Efflorescence. It looks like our top end is going to be the Archaic cards. Did not see any Tenured Concoctors and 0 Old Growth Educators, which is too bad. Concoctor is common. Empty the Warrens, we can take that. And the Biblioplex Tome Keeper. Take these 2. And we get stuck with these 2. One of which is in our colors, so that's not bad. Loading deck recommendations. And it doesn't even recommend. It doesn't even recommend Jund. That's crazy. Okay, discard changes to this deck and exit. Can I just hit done? I'm gonna open my vault real quick and grab my wild cards. 17 uncommon, 29 rare, 45 mythic. Okay, let's take a look at our draft deck. So something to note about the deck so far is that we do not have, I think, any mana fixing. We didn't grab any of the dual lands. And we didn't see any spells to mana fix. I don't think. There was... Zimone's Experiment might be good, actually. There was the 2-drop in green. Follow the Lumerets. 2 mana. Look at the top 4. Reveal creature or land card. So that has to go in. We need that for mana fixing. Zimone's Experiment. 4 mana sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature and or land cards from among them. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Put all the land cards revealed this way onto the battlefield tapped. Put all creature cards revealed this way into your hand. Okay, Zimone's Experiment, we have to run that as well. We're going to have to keep our ratios like super even. Teacher's Pest is going in. Mind Roots is going in. Witherbloom Charm is going in. The 2 Archaics are also going in. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Mage Tower Referee, I don't think is that great. But I think it'll fit well into this deck. Because odds are we're going to struggle to cast like a Teacher's Pest onto Mage Tower Referee. Works with whatever colors we have in our hands. So that I think seems good. Let's see. Did we get any of the red cards that make a treasure? It does not look like it. Impractical Joke has to go in. 2 copies of Wander Off. Foolish Fate. All of the removal has to go in the deck. Unsubtle Mockery. Yep. Knockout Maneuver. Yep. From here, we have 10 cards left to add to the deck. Topiary Lecturer is crazy. Biblioplex Tome Keeper. 4 mana, 3/4 construct. When it enters, choose up to 1. Target creature becomes prepared or target creature becomes unprepared. I kind of like it in the colorless because it's colorless. We have 8 cards left here. Am I running 17 lands? I'm running 16. Let's go up to a 17th land. We have 7 card slots left. Leech Collector, I want in. Adventurous Eater, I want. Shopkeeper's Bane, Thornfist Stalker, yep. Got 3 cards left. Micah, I think, is going to be good. 4/4, ward, pay 3 life. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, you may sacrifice an artifact. If you do copy that spell, you may choose new targets for the copy. That may work with the Mage Tower Referee and our Biblioplex. So there's a chance we're able to get a copy of something. If not, it's just a 4 mana 4/4 with ward, pay 3 life, which I think is pretty good still. Kind of like the idea of Pigment Wrangler, 5 mana 4/4 flying. Still got pretty good stats. For 1 red, you get Striking Palette. Sorcery, when you next cast an instant sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. That seems good. It just seems good. Now from here, the next, I would say 3 or 4 cards that I'm considering. The Banemaker, Oracle's Restoration, because again, this is just 1 green cycle a card. Dualcaster Mage we had grabbed, but since we have 0 mana fixing in the deck, I just don't think we can. I don't think we can run it. We're not going to run it on turn 3, and even if we had the mana for it on turn 4, we don't have like a 1-drop instant or sorcery aside from Impractical Joke that we would want to copy. Which means if we're going to copy something with Dualcaster Mage, we're not copying something until like we have like 6 mana up, copy like a Mind Roots, or 7 mana, copy a Wander Off. I think it's too slow. I think it'll be a dead card in our hand until turn 6 or 7. I don't think it's worth it. Dual Tactics is 1 red, deal 1 damage to target creature, can't block this turn. I don't think that's great. Monstrous Rage is really tempting, but we're not going to have a ton of early game creatures, I don't think. I mean, we'll have creatures after like turn 3. We should have a creature on the board that we could then give Monstrous Rage to. Efflorescence, 3 mana instant, put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. Infusion, if you gain life this turn, the creature also gains trample and indestructible until end of turn. I was thinking about that one. I don't love it. Empty the Warrens. We're not going to have a high storm count, I don't think. No. Masterful Flourish as a last one of might be the move. Again, I'm tempted to go with Monstrous Rage. +2/+0. A creature. And then it gets the aura. Let's see Monstrous Rage. Let's take a look at our ratios. 35% of our deck has black, 22% has red, 39% has green. 17 lands. Is it too greedy to go down to 16 lands? 39, 35. We should have 1 less mountain. Yeah, this is going to be rough. We're really lacking in mana fixing. I still would like to get in the one of Masterful Flourish. This card's been very good. But is there anything that I would cut to fit it in? I don't think so. Not unless I want to cut out a land, but I don't really want to do that. Monstrous Rage, we're not casting early. Impractical Joke is the only reason why we need red early. Unsubtle Mockery, that's until turn 3. We don't need red. I could cut 1 more mountain. We're at 16 lands, which I think is still an okay amount for drafting. And then we could add in the Masterful Flourish. Dawning Archaic has to stay in. Sundering Archaic is good. Knockout Maneuver. Maybe we don't need the Knockout Maneuver. It's more removal, though. Getting rid of removal seems bad. It's so greedy of me, I think, to cut a land for the Masterful Flourish. I'm going to do it. 6 swamps, 4 mountains, 6 forests. Our ratio, our black and green are exactly even now, 38%, 38%. And then red, we have 21% of our deck has red. All right, we'll give this a shot. If we struggle with our lands, like just hitting the right amount of lands, I will cut that card back out. But I think the bigger issue is going to be getting the colors that we need on the turns that we want them. This opening hand, it looks very doable thanks to our colorless creatures. We have a nice looking 2, 3, 4 curve going. And then assuming we hit the lands we need on turn 4, which we just did. In fact, we probably go with Zimon's Experiment on turn 4 rather than the Biblioplex Tomekeeper. Opponent plays Aziza, Mage Tower Captain, 2-mana 2/2 Jin Sorcerer. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, you may tap 3 untapped creatures you control. If you do copy that spell, you may choose new targets for the copy. Okay, I'm going to reveal that we're playing Jund. I'm going to play Thornfish Striker here. We'll go to combat. I'll swing my 2/1, see if he wants to take the trade. Probably doesn't. Yeah, takes a 2 damage. Makes sense. So far, we've seen Boros colors out of our opponent. And with that turn 2 Aziza, I think it's probably likely. Oh, they just missed a land drop. I was gonna say, I think it's probably pretty likely that they are just Boros. We're going to Zimon's Experiment here. We get to look at the top 5 cards of our library. You may reveal up to 2 creature and or land cards from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library order. Put all land cards revealed this way onto the battlefield. Put all creature cards into our hand. Okay. Do I want the additional land? Yes. And the creature I'm going to take probably Pigment Wrangler at this point. We have so much mana, I think the 5-drop is the better move. We can go to combat here. Our opponent probably has a combat trick. I'm going to say no attacks. Wow. That is bold. They are going to erode their own creature. They're going to destroy target creature or planeswalker. Its controller may search the library for a basic land card on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. And they use it to grab a swamp. That is bold, and I respect it. And it paid off that we did not swing at our opponent. They were just going to erode their creature in response anyway. I mean, I guess we could have swung, but it's fine. It's fine. Opponent plays Startled Relic Sloth. 4-mana, 4/4, trample, lifelink. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. I think our only play really is to play out the Pigment Wrangler, say no attacks, and pass. This Relic Sloth is going to be a problem. We have a ton of removal in the deck, though. We should be able to get through this. Unsubtle Mockery kills it. Foolish Fate kills it. Knockout Maneuver we can use to kill it. Wander Off exiles it, and we have 2 copies of that. I feel like there was one more removal spell we had. I thought we had one more black one. Foolish Fate? I don't remember if I said that one already. Opponent played Rubble Rouser, 3-mana 1/4 Dwarf Sorcerer. When it enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. They discarded an Eager Glyph Mage. See here, we can copy Mind Roots. Oh, that's so nasty. We're going to go Striking Palette. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. We're going to play Mind Roots. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Put up to 1 land card, discard this way onto the battlefield tapped under your control. This is going to be filthy nasty. Our Mage Tower Referee is going to get buffed. It's going to get a +1/+1 counter because we're casting a multicolored spell. He's going to destroy our Pigment Wrangler. We make a 1/1 Inkling token. And we get to Mind Roots our opponent twice. So now they're going to be top decking. They have no gas in hand whatsoever. And we may even get a land out of this. Nice, we get a Plains. And that's going to make our Sundering Archaic better. This Plains is actually huge. Now when we cast Sundering Archaic, we can cast it using 4 colors of mana, and that is enough to exile the Startled Relic Sloth. Our opponent's going to scoop as soon as his Sundering Archaic exiles his Sloth. It's going to be disgusting. Phase 6, 4 colors of mana used. Exile Sloth. It's got to be it. We can safely swing out. He can chump block one of our 3/3s, but we're going to connect for 4 points of damage here. He's going to tap, exile a card from his graveyard to add a red, and we take 1 point of damage. It's fine. We're going to activate our Sundering Archaic. We're going to put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Let's go to our graveyard. Let's put our creature back on the bottom of our library. I don't think it'll matter, but it's not a bad card to have back. Our opponent may have top decked a removal spell. He's looking at the Thornfish Striker. Oh, he's looking at everything. Requisition Raid. Destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature target player controls. We're now going to wander off, get rid of the Rebel Rouser. In response, he taps 1, exiles a card. We take 1 point of damage. He gets a floating red. I'm going to play the Adventurous Eater here. We go to combat. We connect for 7. We set our opponent down to 7. And I think this is probably GG. Plays a Sneering Shade Rider. When it enters, we lose 2 life. He gains 2 life. Here we can go have a bite, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. Let's put it on the Sundering Archaic. We get to play out Biblioplex, Tome Keeper. When it enters, we can make a creature prepared or unprepared. We make our Adventurous Eater prepared again, so we can cast Have a Bite yet again. We'll put this counter on our Inkling. I think I was going to put it on the Inkling token there, but that is a victory. Nice. And we rank up to Silver Tier 2. Very nice. All right. That felt good, and we did not struggle to hit the colors of mana that we needed. And I think that was largely due to the fact that we were running the colorless spells, and we managed to find them. I think overall we have 4 colorless spells, right? The 2 Archaics, and then the 2 constructs or 2 artifact creatures. I'm not sure both of them are constructs, but that felt good. Felt good. Man, our opponent having to erode their own creature to hit the 3rd color of mana they needed, that's rough. And it was also pretty fucking filthy that we were able to copy, what's the 3-drop? Mind Roots. Copying that, super rude. This hand looks kind of heavy, a little bit expensive, but as long as we hit land number 3, we can cast 3 of the spells in our hand, so I think we'll get there. Okay, well, this is the big test. If we top deck a land here, 44% chance, then we're in the clear. If not, we may just be fucked. This game might already be over. Opponent plays a Snooping Page. That's a good one. There's land number 3. It's a turn late. We play out the Topiary Lecturer. If Lecturer manages to survive a turn, which I don't think it will, considering our opponent's playing Orzhov, that could really help us get back into the game. It is a mana dork where you're able to tap to add an amount of green mana equal to its power to your mana pool. And it has increment. So if we cast a spell that has a higher CMC than its power or its toughness, then Topiary Lecturer will get a +1/+1 counter. Swings in the Snooping Page. This says when you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, this creature can't be blocked this turn. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Snooping Page, I think, is one of the probably best cards in the set as far as drafting is concerned. That's really good. It's probably really good and constructed too. I just haven't used it. He's going to kill our creature with Bitter Triumph. It sucks. Kind of expected it though. Here we can set up Micah, Reader of Ruins. It's a good blocker against a Snooping Page, and if our opponent does want to remove it, it's going to cost them 3 more life. So it's pretty good. It would have been a lot better if we still had the Topiary Lecturer up, but it's fine. Yeah, we would have been able to double cast spells if the Lecturer was still alive. Oh no. No, we would not have. Never mind, I'm lying. I was thinking we would cast like Adventurous Eater and the Shopkeeper's Bane, but we don't have the black mana for the Adventurous Eater. See, right now, there's a 21% chance of us top decking a swamp. That. Follow the Lumarets and Damon's Experiment are what we're hoping to draw. Was 21 plus another 6%. 27% chance that we draw into what we're looking for. Our opponent's down to 12 life already. They managed to destroy our creature. They did have to pay the 3 life to kill Micah. Man. And it's a Wander Off. It's rough. Luckily, we still have a spell that we can play. We can play the Shopkeeper's Bane here. But I think we're too far behind now. I mean, our opponent's up 1 land right now. They have 6 cards in hand. And they have a full grip. They have 2 more lands than us right now. If they have removal for the Shopkeeper's Bane, I think they just have too many resources, and I think we lose. If we're able to take the trade here, that'd be great. I really want to get rid of the Snooping Page. They might have a combat trick here to buff it or give it indestructible or something. Yeah, indestructible. It's fine. It's better than them drawing a card. Land number 5, and now we still can't cast anything this turn. Feels bad. The fact that we've hit triple mountain is super, super unlucky. We only have 4 mountains in the deck. And out of the 6 lands we've drawn, 3 of them. No, out of the 5 lands that we've drawn, 3 of them have been mountains. So that's just like super ultra mega unlucky. We should not ever see this many mountains this early into the game. Ascendant Dustbeak, I don't even care. We're gonna lose this match. I'm not even gonna bother reading this card. Even if we find a swamp right now, it's too late. He has too much damage on the board. And we still don't even hit it. Alright, that really sucked. But again, it was just... that was just unlucky draws. We weren't supposed to draw into 3 mountains. If we had drawn a swamp in place of any of those 3 mountains, we would have been fine. Like, I don't even think there's anything to change in the deck. We just got screwed. I don't know. I maybe shouldn't have kept our opening hand, I guess. I should have mulliganed. I should have paid more attention to the fact that our 3 drops had black. That 2 of our 3 drops had black, and we weren't going to be able to cast them. See, like this, I want to keep this too. We have a 4-drop and a 1-drop that we should be able to cast. And then our whole hand is playable as long as we top deck or draw into a forest in like the next 3 turns. And we hit a 2nd mountain, which is so crazy unlucky. It's ridiculous. Our chances of drawing a forest, 16%. And there we go. We hit the forest. But that's still upsetting. All right, we're going to use Impractical Joke to kill the Stone Docent. Next turn, we probably just go Mind Roots. Our opponent has a 2nd Stone Docent. Yep, it's Mind Roots our opponent, make them discard 2. And then we will potentially ramp off of this as well. They're thinking long and hard about what to discard. Borrowed Knowledge and an Honor-Bound Page. Cool. I am okay with that. Play an Owlin Historian. 3 mana, 2/3, bird, cleric with flying. When this creature enters, surveil 1. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Take 3 damage from the Stone Docent. And I'm just going to play out the Teacher's Pest. If our opponent has removal, Teacher's Pest can recur itself for 2 mana. So I would rather they use removal on Teacher's Pest than Tome Keeper. And also this still contests his Stone Docent, which is good. Because yeah, we can't keep taking 3 damage from the Docent. They returned their first Docent from the graveyard with Lorehold Charm. They're looking at our Teacher's Pest. They have 1 card left in hand. They use Wilt in the Heat to exile it. That's crazy. We're going to take 6 damage here. We go down to 11. I was going to say we need something good off the top. Pigment Wrangler, 4/4. Just a 4/4 flying body is pretty good. Show me a land. Hardened Academic. That's not a land. 2 mana, 2/1 flying haste. Discard cards. Creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. He wants to exile the Stone Docents. I have to take this block. I can't take 6 damage here. Now he's going to be able to pay a white and exile the Stone Docent, and then that'll trigger both of these. The Owlin Historian is a bigger concern. Oh no, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. He can put a +1/+1 counter on one of his creatures from the Hardened Academic. This says activate only as a sorcery. He fucked up. We can go Striking Palette here. This brings us back into the game. We go Foolish Fate. We get to destroy Hardened Academic. We get to copy it with Striking Palette. Kill the Owlin Historian. And do I want to swing in for 4? I'll say no attacks. Now we're in a great spot. Our opponent reveals a land. That's great. They can exile the Stone Docent out of their graveyard. They gain 2 life, Surveil 1, activate only as a sorcery. That Surveil 1 will be very relevant for them. Hopefully we see them throw something in the graveyard. If they leave something on top, then we know it's gas. All right, they've got something coming next turn. Here we can play the Dawning Archaic. 7/7 reach. When it attacks, you may cast target insert sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If a spell will be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Next turn, we can play the Tome Keeper, make our Pigment Wrangler. We can make this prepared again, cast the Striking Palette, and then when we swing with the Dawning Archaic, we'll be able to copy whatever spell we choose out of the graveyard. Question is, was this card removal that can kill the Dawning Archaic? He left something on top. Empty the Warrens. He made 2 1/1s. That's fine. Sundering Archaic. Ooh, we could just exile his Stone Docent right now. And I think that's a good idea. We'll auto pay. Exile Stone Docent. Yeah, we go to combat. I'll cast the Impractical Joke. We'll kill off one of the 1/1s. Yes, we've got this game in the bag now, I think. It took us a while to build up, but our top end is heavy enough that now we have too much value. 7/7, a 4/4 is already kind of hard to get through. A 7/7 is just crazy. Yeah, here we go. Biblioplex, Tome Keeper. Target creature becomes prepared. We choose the Pigment Wrangler. Do we want to cast something now? It's just 2 removal spells. We don't need to copy anything. We can go to combat, swing in. Mind Roots our opponent, make them discard the last card they have in hand. It was a mountain. We take the mountain. Oh, and that's lethal damage. Disgusting. Absolutely filthy ending. Hell yeah. That is another win for Jund. I think we're 2-0 now. Oh, we're 2-1. Oh, that's right. That's right. Game 2, we got stuck on mana. We did not have a black source. But again, that was my fault. I just did not mulligan properly when I should have. Still though, 2-1. 2-1's good. That's all we need to be able to make progress up our ranks. Oh, I guess if we lose the next game, we're like still not in a good spot. I think it's a little bit greedy to keep this hand, but we have a turn 2 and a turn 3 play. And then whatever color we draw into, whether it was a mountain or a forest, we have another spell that we could cast. So I decided to keep this hand. It was a little bit greedy, I think. But we can make it work. We can go Adventurous Eater here. Our opponent played a Scheming Silver Tongue. 2 mana, 1/3 flying lifelink. At the beginning of your second main phase, if you gain 2 or more life this turn, this creature becomes prepared, and then they get a Sign in Blood. Ooh. The Pest Mascot is really nice to follow up the Scheming Silver Tongue. It's like, it's kind of sketchy for us. When you first gain life each turn, this creature becomes prepared. We can go Leech Collector here. Cast, have a bite, put a +1/+1 counter on the Adventurous Eater, make it a 4/3. We gain a life, so our Leech Collector is now prepared. We swing in the 4/3 Adventurous Eater. They take the 4. I didn't think they would want to trade their Pest Mascot, since next turn that can outgrow the Adventurous Eater. Man, this Silver Tongue is really going to ruin us. Our opponent plays a Hungry Graphalon, 3/4 reach. And we miss the land drop, which feels bad. We can go Bloodletting. Our opponent loses 2 life. We can swing just the Adventurous Eater. Does he block with Pest Mascot, or does he take the damage? He blocks with the Hungry Graphalon. Nope, he takes it back. He says no blocks. He takes the 4. He goes down to 12. Now we still get to hold up Masterful Flourish for our opponent's turn. He's going to gain another life, go up to 13. His Pest Mascot now has 3 counters on it. It's a 5/6. He casts Tenured Concoctor. His Hungry Graphalon grows because of Increment. And I really wanted a Tenured Concoctor. Here we can play out Micah, Reader of Ruins. We don't have any good follow-up. We need our good removal spells. But he just played threat after threat after threat. And I still can't stop him from gaining life. Like, his Pest Mascot is just getting out of control now. Shopkeeper's Bane and a Noxious Newt to follow. We have 5 mana here. I can play Shopkeeper's Bane myself. 5/5. Masterful Flourish doesn't even really help us. We say no attacks. Next turn, we have Sundering Archaic. We can get rid of Pest Mascot. He kills the Mage Tower Referee. Okay. Honestly, I think it would have been better to just cycle the Locust Spray. Yep, he's going to swing these 2 creatures, so that way he can trigger the Sign in Blood, so that way he'll be able to draw 2 cards. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to stop that. Let's see, what's the best way to block here? Graphalon can keep getting bigger, so I think we have to kill that. Then Leech Collector, we don't have another way to gain life in our hand, so Leech Collector can trade with Shopkeeper's Bane. And you know what? I can double block the Tenured Concoctor. We keep just Micah alive. We get to clear out 3 of his threats. As long as we find a land, we can get rid of the Pest Mascot. Here he gets to Sign in Blood. This is going to be rough. Hopefully he hits nothing off of this. He loses 2 life. He goes down to 15. We don't hit the land, which feels horrible. We need to get rid of this Pest Mascot. It's too big. He's got 3 cards in hand, 7 mana. Noxious Newt gives him an 8th mana. have to say no blocks here. We take 10, we go down to 5. I need a land. It is a 42% chance to hit a land off the top. Plays a Forum, Necroscribe. Oh my god, we still don't hit the land. That's so bad. Alright, I'm gonna cut Monstrous Rage out of the deck. I'm gonna add another land. Yeah, there's just no way we win this. Oh, we're dead on board. I didn't even check the math. Probably didn't matter. Man, next time I might really need to... Oh, those are our 2 losses. Damn. But discard changes. I didn't make any changes. Okay, we went 2-2, which sucks. We need to get 3 wins. Well, I mean, I guess we're in silver. I think we're filling up 2 pips every time we win here. I think we're still making progress. No, not you. Okay, I might need to more heavily prioritize the dual lands in our colors as well. The dual colors, removal, big bombs, and I got to keep 17 lands in the deck. Yeah, I don't think Monstrous Rage needed to be in the deck. It's a really good card. It is, but it only matters if we have creatures on board. And if we don't have the mana to cast creatures, then Monstrous Rage would also just be a dead draw most of the time. You know what? I think my laundry has finished drying. I don't think I can hear the dryer. I might need to go grab that. I don't like to let my laundry sit in the dryer. I like to get it out while it's still nice and warm, freshly tumbled. So that way I can hang up my shirts and they don't get wrinkles. This shirt, it's not all wrinkly. And I'm never going to iron my t-shirts. It's like, that's doing the most. Again, it's so easy to prevent that from being a necessity. You just take it out. All right. Well, the 2 people that we're going to draft with left. So I am going to leave and I'm going to rejoin and see if we can all find a table together. We only need 4 seats to be filled. Like, that doesn't seem like that much. See, this seems like a good time to grab my laundry. I'm gonna do it. I'll be back. All right, I am back. Okay, step one, clear out everything. And let's take a look at what we got. We got one Titan's Grave, which is nice. I grabbed 2 copies of Follow the Lumarettes to help us with mana fixing, as well as 2 copies of Goblin and Glassrite. It's 2 mana 2/2 Goblin Sorcerer that enters prepared. You can pay a red and create a treasure token. So that could be really useful for mana fixing. This is a 3 mana 3/2 with haste. This creature enters prepared. Destroy target non-basic land. This one, I don't know if it's going to be good in the deck or not. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Let's see. Zamon's Experiment, that's going in. Tenured Concoctor, both of those are going in. Bogwater Lumarettes, Mind Roots, Root Manipulation. This is 5 mana sorcery. Until end of turn, creatures you control get +2/+2 and gain menace, and whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life. This one is super cool. I have not seen this card yet. I kind of want to throw in our 3 colorless cards. Rancorous Archaic, we have 3 colors of mana. This will enter as a 5/5 trample reach. It's not bad. Tomekeeper and Referee, I have been liking. We have 10 cards left. Do I have 17 lands in the deck? 17 lands is good. Okay, if I can only pick 10 cards out of these options, what 10 am I grabbing? Knockout Maneuver and an Archaic, yes. I kind of want the one of Glorious Decay and Royal Treatment. Got 6 left. Shade Rider. Wander Off is more removal. Got 3 cards left. We have a lot of ways to gain life. We have the Lumarette, which is nice. I think I want the Adventurous Eater. Cost of Brilliance. Target player draws 2 cards, loses 2 life, put a +1/+1 counter up to 1 target creature. Cost of Brilliance, we've got to run it, right? If we only have room for 1 card left, what is the move? I really like the idea of Poisoner's Apprentice. This card is nuts if we can get it infused. It's a 3 mana 2/2 Orca Warlock. When this creature enters, target creature and opponent controls gets -4/-4 until end of turn if you gain life this turn. This is a great tempo card, but only if we have a way to gain life. If we don't have a way to gain life, then it's just a 3 mana 2/2, which sucks. You know, I don't even know if we need Zamon's Experiment at this point. We probably should keep it. Root Manipulation sounds really good if we're already ahead. If we are not ahead, then I don't love it. Goblin and Glassrite. We play this on 2. We're going to need 1 more red mana. Goblin Glassrite. 2 mana 2/2. Enters prepared. Is this our only red card in the deck so far? Oh. Well, fuck. In that case, we just cut this. Yeah, what the hell? We didn't get any of the red removal spells that I like to run. So we just don't need to include red in the deck. 14, let's go up to 17 lands again. And now we can add in whatever 3 cards we want for black, which would be Shadelock, Poisoner's Apprentice, and either Oracle's Restoration. Do we have one of these in the deck already? No. Either Oracle's Restoration, and target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn, draw a card, you can gain 1 life, or the Locust Spray. I think it's Oracle Restoration. We can cycle this for a black, sure, but for 1 green, we get to draw a card, which is basically the same as cycling with the Locust Spray. So the question is, would I rather put a +1? Would I rather give a creature +1/+1 and gain a life, or give target creature and opponent controls -1/-1 until end of turn? I would definitely rather gain a life, which triggers, a lot of our deck, synergizes with a lot of our deck. Yeah, in which case, do I need this many copies of Follow the Lumarettes? Do I want a second Glorious Decay? I think I cut one copy of Follow the Lumerettes, and we go with a Glorious Decay. Second copy of Glorious Decay. 2 mana instant, destroy target artifact, deal 4 damage, start creature flying, or exile target card from a graveyard, draw a card. It's a very versatile pick, and there's a decent amount of flyers that are a pain for us to deal with because we did not get any of the Tree Folk card. So I think we have nothing to block flying except for our Sneering Shade Rider, which also has flying. Maybe the Archaic has reach. The Archaic has reach. That's about it. Oh, yeah. The Archaic cards become a lot worse now, too. Do I throw in a random... Let's see, what's Stargaze? X double black sorcery. Look at twice X cards from top of your library. Put X cards from among them into your hand and rest into your graveyard. You lose X life. Shopkeeper. Locust Spray. Trying to think if I Efflorescence. If I cut Rancor's Archaic, what do I throw in its place? Because if this would only be a 5 mana 4/4 trample reach, it's not like super great. I mean, it's not horrible, right? 5 mana 4/4 trample reach, and I was just saying that we don't have a good way to answer flying, so it's probably not bad to keep it in anyway. I think this is good. I think we're fine with this. Interesting, though. Didn't see a lot of good red picks. I guess our opponents were also planning to run red and just outdrafted us. Or drafted out from under us, maybe. Either way, I think our deck looks pretty solid. Okay, we go first. Turn 1, we could just cycle the Oracle's Restoration if we want it. But if we save Oracle's Restoration until turn 4 with the Poisoner's Apprentice, we could have a ton of value. Here we get to hold up Glorious Decay in case our opponent plays a flying creature. It's only turn 2. I don't think they would. Turn 3, I'm going to skip the Poisoner's Apprentice. I am. They play Ennis. Okay, okay. Oh, wait a minute. This doesn't work. This is a sorcery that requires me to have a creature. That kind of sucks. That makes this much worse. Okay, Poisoner's Apprentice is going to come in and do nothing. Then we get the Oracle's Restoration. That sucks. We needed... I didn't know that you couldn't cast this. I guess it makes sense without having a creature. Yeah, it does not say may. It says target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. You draw a card and gain 1 life. That's a bummer. We kind of waited all these turns to set up the Poisoner's Apprentice on 4, but it just didn't do anything. Little bit sad. Little bit sad. Let's go to combat. Swing the Poisoner's Apprentice at Ennis. See if he blocks. He probably just takes a 2. We did get a Bogwater Lumerette. That's good. Opponent takes 2, and then we're just going to cast Sneering Shade Rider. 5 mana, 3/3 flying. When it enters, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. Nice and simple. Our opponent goes down to 16. We go up to 23. Now, what is he holding up? Nothing. There we go. Harsh Annotation. 2 mana, 2/2. Destroy target creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 white and black inkling creature token flying. It's not the worst downgrade ever. Our 3/3 flyer becomes a 1/1 flyer. But we already dealt 2 damage to our opponent. We already drained them for 2 life, so it's not the worst thing ever. You know, that Locust Swarm card is looking a lot better than Oracle's Restoration right now. It at least would have been able to kill Ennis. I guess I was going to say, and it would have been able to kill the Banemaker, but I guess it wouldn't. If I try to put -1/-1 on this, they could just buff it into a 2/2 so it lives. All right, how about we exile a card from the graveyard to draw a card? I already played my land, which was a mistake. Let's wander off. To get rid of the Ennis? Sure. Let's get rid of Ennis. Originally, I wanted to get rid of the frog, but if we exile the frog, Ennis would become a 2/2 at the end step. Because it says at the beginning of your end step, if one or more cards are put into exile this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Ennis. This, I know they can still buff up to a 2/2 whenever we swing. But if they want to trade their Banemaker for our Poisoner's Apprentice right now, like, I am okay with that. Make the block, buff your frog. Or just make the block. You don't even have to buff it. He makes the block. Our creatures trade. He takes 1 damage in the air. He goes down to 15. Got 5 cards in hand, 5 lands. We've got Glorious Decay in our hand and a Tenured Concoctor. Forum Necroscribe. It's a big boy. 6 mana, 5/4, ward, discard a card. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, we need to Glorious Decay. Exile his Barog Banemaker. We draw a card. It's another land. Feels bad. Swing 1 in the air, set our opponent to 14. Next turn, we can set up Tenured Concoctor. 4/5. It's big enough to contest his Forum Necroscribe, but we're going to take 5 damage here. We go down to 18. 5 is a big hit. We just find more land. I'll play out the Tenured Concoctor, but if it dies here to removal, we're going to be, I think, in a pretty tough spot. Next turn, there's a 30% chance that we draw another land, which means there's a 70% chance that we draw into a non-land card. So I don't think I'm going to put a stop at our upkeep to Surveil 1. I think I'm willing to take that bet. 70% chance we draw into something playable off the top. 70%. He doesn't swing the Forum Necroscribe. Nice, nice. Second Tenured Concoctor is real good. From here, I said no attacks. I was supposed to swing 1 in the air. That was a fuck up. Now, I didn't play my land right there because to kill the Necroscribe, we're going to need to have a card in hand to discard. And I don't know if he's running any ways to make us discard cards. I want to keep 2 in hand. He's going to erode our Tenured Concoctor. We get to draw a card off of that, which was a forest. We get to grab another land out of our deck. We grab a forest there. There's now a 25% chance of us drawing a land off the top, which means there's a 75% chance of us drawing a non-land. Those have got to be good odds. Give me a spell that I can play. Do it. Do it. Do it. Also, end your turn. See, it's 5 mana to activate this. We would still have 5 mana for the turn. Ah, fuck. I was too slow. I was trying to surveil. I was trying to put the stop into surveil. Cost of Brilliance is a great card to see on top. We go to combat, we'll swing 1 in the air. Set our opponent to 12. He's looking at his graveyard. He doesn't have any creatures in his graveyard for Forum Necroscribe to return. He has a Dawning Archaic, which is horrifying. He'd be able to recast a road next turn. So we'll go Cost of Brilliance. Target player draws 2 cards, loses 2 life, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. Put it on our flyer. So put it on the flyer. I can make Tenured Concoctor bigger this Forum Necroscribe. We can make this a 5/6. Damn. We don't hit a removal spell like I was hoping. Tenured Concoctor is just going to die next turn, which is really, really horrible. Root Manipulation doesn't help us. We needed to find a removal spell right there. Removal spell or protection spell. We still have the Royal Treatment in our deck. Dude, how do I have 3 lands in my hand right now? This is insane. Oh my god, he had a copy of End the Hunt, so we had to exile our creature anyway. Alright, we lose this. We're about to take 12 damage. We don't come back from this. Our draws were just horrible. There's so much land, dude. So I guess we're gonna go down to 16 lands. Cut out a swamp. And would Stargaze have won us that game? Maybe. We're gonna add Stargaze. We're gonna add Stargaze into the deck. It's a little bit more draw. And someone before, Terry told me that Stargaze is a pretty decent card. For 3 mana, you do X equals 1. You get to draw 2 cards. 3 mana, draw 2, and then lose 2 life. Or is it you look at the top 2? It's something like that. All right, come on. Give me a good opening hand. This looks pretty good to me. Turn 2, follow the Lumerets to try to ramp. Turn 3, Cost of Brilliance. Or is this land or just putting a card in my hand? That's still fine. We have Wild Growth Archaic. We can cast this for double green, in theory. We cast this for double green. It enters with +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. All right, we're going to want to cast this on 3. 3 mana 2/2, Trample Reach. Whenever you cast a creature spell. Oh, what the hell is happening? Ooh, that was weird. Let's follow the Lumerets. We grab a forest off the top. We didn't see any creatures on the top, which is crazy. Next turn, I think we just Wild Growth Archaic and hope it lives. Our opponent could cast Secret Rendezvous and allow us to draw 3 cards. Which would be kind of crazy. They instead put 2 +1/+1 counters on the creature. It is a 4/4 with first strike. It is big and scary. Here we can go. We could cast Mind Roots. Next turn, no. We have to play Wild Growth Archaic, and we have to hope that it survives. If it does not survive, then our Oracle's Restoration is doing nothing, and our Knockout Maneuver is doing nothing, and we're just going to die, because this is our only creature. In fact, next turn, we have to use Oracle's Restoration and Knockout Maneuver to kill his 4/4. Play Secret Rendezvous. We each draw 3. That is a really good sign for us. That means he's digging for gas. And 1 white, I'm hoping, is not enough for him to kill our creature. He would, like, specifically need a road in his hand right now. Let's go. Oracle's Restoration. Wild Growth Archaic becomes a 3/3. We go Knockout Maneuver, becomes a 4/4, deals its damage to the joined researchers. We can go to combat, swing 4. We have to discard a card at our end step. Just a forest. That was a really, really important turn for us. If the Wild Growth Archaic had died, we would have literally nothing. Because even if we had enough mana to play like the Adventurous Eater, we wouldn't have had enough mana to play that and the knockout maneuver. Play an Inkling Mascot. It looks like they're still struggling to play a land. Yeah, they missed a land drop there. Here, we could just set up Sneering Shade Rider. What does it say? Whenever you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with X additional +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of colors and mana spent to cast it. Ooh, yeah. We can make Sneering Shade Rider 4/4 on ETB. I think we'll take that while we can. Say no attacks. Oh, it comes in as a 5/5. It's for each color of mana. Each color of mana. That's really good. Yeah, we should develop our board while we still have the Wild Growth Archaic out on the field. Next turn, we have 6 mana. We could play Adventurous Eater and then also Mind Roots. Make our opponent discard 2 cards. They're running things like Stone Docent, which could benefit them in the graveyard. Play an Honor-Bound Page. 4 mana, 3/3 first strike. Yeah, so they can pay white for forms, favor sorcery, target creature gets +1/+1 against flying its own to turn. Let's set up the Adventurous Eater. This comes in as a 5/4. We can, yeah. So let's just Mind Roots our opponent. Make them discard 2. I don't think they have any lands to give us. Oh, they're running green in their deck. That's really rough. They're really banking on that Shared Roots, and they just did not find the green mana required to cast it and fix their mana. They also discarded a Stirring Honor Mancer. 5 mana, 4/5. Yeah, so we might end up winning this game just because our opponent got screwed and did not find their 3rd color of mana. It happens. Happened to us. They destroy our Shade Rider. Their Inkling Mascot will gain flying, and they will get to Surveil 1 off of this. They're still holding 1 mana up, so they could activate Honor-Bound Page, give a creature flying. They throw a Page Loose Leaf into the graveyard. The Honor-Bound Page, I think, can only activate as a sorcery. Yes. So giving a creature +1/+0. +1/+0 and flying is really just for offense. You can't use it for defense. Which doesn't really matter. He just killed our flyer. He swings the Inkling Mascot at us. Maybe he didn't realize that we have reach. I don't think he realized we had reach. Or maybe he thought that this was an instant. I'm gonna hit him with a hello. Here, I think I want to set up Tenured Concoctor. It will enter with 2 +1/+1 counters. It's a 6/7. We can activate Have a Bite, make our Wild Growth Archaic a 4/4, and now we can swing both of our creatures safely. Ooh, Terry just started streaming. Yeah, he can double block here, kill one of our creatures, maybe the Wild Growth Archaic, but like he's not in a good spot. In fact, he has to block one of our creatures, otherwise he dies. Yeah, that's rough. He trades 2 creatures for 1. He goes down to 4 life. He has to set up 2 blockers here or kill both of our creatures. Or, you know, a combination of the 2. Kill 1, set up a blocker. He's got 5 mana to do it. His Stone Docent can gain him 2 life. He goes up to 6. So if he could do this and set up a blocker, in theory, he's not dead on board. All right. And then that's just good game. He sets up a Scathing Shadelock as a blocker. That's not enough to get it done. We kill by 2. We also had a Cost of Brilliance in hand, which we could have used to target our opponent and make them draw 2 cards and lose 2 more life if we were a little bit short on damage. Yeah, target player draws 2, loses 2 life. All right, well, that is unfortunate for Viper Ben. It would have been a very different match, I'm sure, if he had had access to his green mana. But unfortunately, sometimes that's just how it goes. Sundial Dawn Tyrant. I recently learned about this card. I probably heard about it a long time ago when it came out in Aether Drift. But I actually just used it in a deck, in a mono white brawl deck. It's just a 2 mana vanilla 3/3. 2 mana 3/3 vanilla creature. Sundial Dawn Tyrant. All right, we're now 1-1 with the deck. That's okay. It's doable. Kind of want to listen in on Terry's stream. We're going first. We have a Royal Treatment, Stargaze, and Tenured Concoctor. We're going to have to cast Stargaze on 3 because otherwise we have no gas. So turn 1, we get down to Titan's Grave. Next turn, I'll play a Swamp. Hopefully we draw into a 2-drop. We do not. And we pass. Yeah, next turn we just Stargaze for X equals 1. We look at the top 2 cards from the top of your library and put 2 cards from among them into your hand, put the rest into your library, you lose 2 life. So, oh my god. Okay, I see how the card works. You look at twice the amount of X, and then you put X amount of cards into your hand. This is ridiculous. This is 7 lands in the top 11 cards of our library. No. 8? We've only seen 3 non-land cards in the top 12 of our deck. This is fucking insane. There is only a 25% chance of us drawing into another land. Don't do me like this. I feel like the second we play out this Tenured Concoctor, it's just going to die at this point. So maybe I wait until turn 6 to play the Tenured Concoctor, and then we get to hold up the Royal Treatment to give him hexproof. Opponent plays a Shattered Acolyte. We're going to take 4 damage here. If I wait another turn to play the Tenured Concoctor, that's 6 more damage we're going to have to take. And then 6 plus 4 is 10. We'd be down to 7 life. We need a creature like right now. Follow the Lumarets. That's not a creature. It may find us a creature though. It's a fucking force. How do we not hit a creature there? This is the worst I think I've ever flooded out. Our opponent's up to 21. They use Rapier Wit to target their own creature. They gained a life from the Melancholic Poet, and now Leech Collector is active. They Leech Letting, or they Bloodletting, so we lose 2. We're down to 10. Play Stone Docent. We're just dead. The game is already over because I drew literally nothing but lands. That's so ass. It's such a stupid reason to lose. And then a Tenured Concoctor. That's fucking ass. That was so stupid. Our opponent just got the freest win of their life. They didn't play against an opponent. That's dumb. We went 1 and 2. Garbage. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, why are you lagging so bad? All right. All right, let's ready up. Let's see. Arcane Omens. Interesting. Zealous Lorecaster, 6 mana, 4/4 giant sorcerer. Once creature enters, return target instant sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. That seems good. And Last Gasp, also good. 2 mana, target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. It's a good removal spell that Zealous Lorecaster could then return from the graveyard to our hand. Yeah, Lorecaster seems really good. All right, where's Terry? Battlegrounds. Brody. All right, let's see. We've got Knockout Maneuver as an option. Last Gasp. I don't know. Knockout Maneuver might be bait. I think I want Sloth and Last Gasp. Man, our opponents are taking their sweet ass time. This dude's being real slow with his picks. Necroscribe. Necroscribe is a big body. Do I want the Goblin Glassrite? I'm going to say yes. I think this draft should be Jund again, but actual Jund, since we have the Zealous Lorecaster. Last time we ended up cutting red because we didn't have any other good red cards. Hopefully we see some more good red removal cards. Red has a few good creatures that I would want to use, but like nothing crazy. Let's see. Tenured Concoctor, love it. Do we go with the Locust Spray? I guess we do. I kind of wanted the Archaic. Oh, but there's another Archaic. Let's go Archaic and Mage Tower Referee. We don't have any dual colored spells yet, but I'm sure we'll find some. We're still in pack number 1. Still got 2 more sets of packs to open. So I'm sure we'll find something good for Mage Tower Referee. And then again, worst case, it's just a 2-drop that we can play on 2. Like, could be worse. Here we go. Oh, God. Fucking headphones stuck. Follow the Lumerets and Ancestral Anger. Ancestral Anger, I like this more than Monstrous Rage. 1 red, target creature gains trample, gets +X +0 until end of turn, where X is the number of cards named Ancestral Anger in your graveyard. Draw a card. Ooh, we get the Olna Alley Shopkeep too. That's good. We get rid of the render speechless. Okay, let's see. Return the favor. 2 mana for an instant with spree. Copy target instant sorcery, spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Or you can change the target of a spell or ability with a single target. Definitely need the studious first year. And I don't know about Return the Favor. It seems like a really good card, but needing double red, I'm not sure when I cast it. Heated Argument's really good removal. Then this Mana Worm seems really cool too. I'm gonna go with the double green ones. Here we can go Infirmary Healer. 2 mana, 2/3, creature enters prepared. And I think I want the one of Masterful Flourish. I'm not that concerned about the Rubble Rouser. I don't really like that card. It doesn't mean it's bad. I don't know. I don't fuck with it. When it enters, you get to discard a card and draw a card. It's probably good. And it's got a 1/4 stat line. It's like a pretty decent blocker. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. What we could use are some more ways to gain life. That'd be really nice. Right now, this Oldna Alley Shopkeep I don't think is really doing anything. Hexbrute Sloth, when it dies, we get the pests. Those pests would be good for the Tenured Concoctor. Man, Form Necroscribe and Zealous Lorecaster as our 6-drops are pretty solid. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then when this enters, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. It's just like a lot of late game value. 6 mana 4/4 body, 6 mana 5/4 body with ward, discard a card. But this on ETB gets you the value. Seems good. Shared Roots is crazy. And Lewin is pretty good too. 4 mana 3/4 enters prepared. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Lewin becomes prepared. Activate only as a sorcery. And then you get Pest Friend. Pay a black or a green for a sorcery. Create a 1/1 pest. That's just good. That's just really good. Yeah, the more pests we can make, the better. Yeah, our deck's feeling good so far. I would still like to see some more of the red removal spells. We did pass up the red removal spell that can deal 6 damage to a creature. I did pass that up, which we may end up regretting. Did I take the Mana Worm over that removal spell? I think I did. We can get a second Sloth. And we could either grab another Mage Tower Referee, but we only have 1 dual-colored spell, or we could grab the Hungry Graphalon, which I don't mind. I think I would take a Graphalon over a second Ancestral Anger. I think Ancestral Anger is probably fine as a 1-of in the deck. Because we need a creature to target with the Ancestral Anger. And Hungry Graphalon, I forget, it has Increment. And we have 4 cards so far that are bigger than the Graphalon. Hell, even casting another 4-drop will trigger the Increment here. It's good. Ah, look at that. Return the Favor made it all the way back around because it's not that good. Page Loose Leaf. It's good. Rampus up to 4 mana. I'm going to take that. Ooh, no. Undo. Fuck. I wasn't trying to fucking take the growth curve. That was stupid. Fuck. I don't even remember what card we just lost out on. Did we get we got the Masterful Flourish. Damn. I don't know. I'll take these, I guess. Get rid of this. Get rid of the Primary Research. This is a good card. Get rid of the Mountain. Get rid of the Spellbook Seeker. Let's see. Arnin is great. And I think I want to take the Heated Argument. The Burog Barrage is tempting, but this is also reliant on us having a creature. I would rather take the Heated Argument. Deal 6 damage to target creature. Titan's Grave, we have to take that. Could go, there's a lot of options. We could go another big bomb here. I kind of want the Charging Strife Knight. We're kind of lacking in our 3-drops a little bit. The Bane for life gain is good. And then, oh, Shade Rider, also good for life gain. Perfect. Old Growth Educator. Beautiful. Beautiful to see. And we grab a Hungry Graphalon. Actually, what does this do? 3 mana tap, target creature becomes prepared. I don't think we have a ton of prepared creatures. Maybe 0? Lewin, that's it. So that's fine. These picks don't matter. Throw that away, throw that away. At this point, just looking at our deck, I know we're not going to run the Mage Tower Referee. We only have 2 double-colored spells, so that card's not going to get any value from us. We can go an Archaic and an Efflorescence as our second Rancorous Archaic. Get Page, and Interjection. Okay, honestly, I think this is looking pretty strong. Get out of here. Don't give me the recommendations. I don't want them. Land, land, land. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a Force. Okay, we have our 17 lands in the deck. What for sure needs to go in? Shared Roots? Absolutely. Studious First Year? Absolutely. Those fix our mana. All of the Lumarettes can potentially fix our mana. Goblin Glasswright can potentially fix our mana. Let's see. Our double-colored spells. Just Lewin and Old Growth Educator. Tenured Concoctor is nuts. Pest Brute Sloth is good because it gives us pests, which give us life gain. Last Gasp is some of our only removal in the deck. Locust Spray needs to go in because we're lacking in removal. We'll grab the Heated Argument. Zealous Lorecaster for sure goes into. Charging Strife Knight goes in. Shopkeeper's Bane is more life gain. Arnin is really good. Shade Right's going in. Let's see. What else keeps us alive in the early game? Could run the Infirmary Healer. It's a 2-drop blocker. Can also help us gain life when we need it. So that's pretty good too. Cost of Brilliance is draw. That's just amazing. We have 3 cards left that we can add to the deck. I am kind of thinking, let's see. The Worm, a 4-mana 2/5 trample. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. That seems kind of good. We could just go Mana Worm, Necroscribe into an Archaic. I kind of want to fit in a copy of the Graphalon. Maybe Graphalon's better than Mana Worm. We don't have a lot of removal for flyers. We don't even have that green 2-drop that deals 4 damage to target creature with flying. So you know what? I think it's Necroscribe, Graphalon, Rancorous Archaic, which also has reach just like the Graphalon. Check our ratios. 48% of our deck has green, 17% has red, 39% has black. So I'll go down a mountain, go up a forest. Seems fine. Seems good. I don't know about the Goblin Glasswright. We'll see. Let's give this a shot. I think it should be good. It should be all right. Should be all right. I need to check my other deck, see just how much of splash we did for red. Okay, opening hand looks good. We have all 3 colors of mana. That's sick. We get to hold up Locust Spray for turn 1. Ooh, and that's a great turn 1 target to kill. Burrock Banemaker gone. No turn 2 play, that's fine. Is this an instant? Last Gasp is an instant, so we should be able to kill anything he plays here. Plays Hop to it, we can kill one of these. This turn, we play out Hungry Graphalon. It's 3-4. Hop to it scares me a little bit. Plays Abigail. Can I kill Abigail? Probably not. We can make a Pest right now. We can also ramp and then just play Arnin. Whenever a creature you control with power or toughness 1 or less dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 1 life. I think we go Lewin. This gets bigger thanks to increment. We make a Pest. We can swing in the 4/5, and he can choose to like block with everything, but he blocks not even with a 1/1. He takes the 4, goes down to 16. Furious Ink Mage comes down. Abigail becomes prepared. And I really wish I hadn't used the Last Gasp. I wish I had saved it for Abigail. Or for like the Imperious Ink Mage. Killing off the 1/1, I don't know. I don't know. I just became impulsive. Just ready to use our mana for something. We're going to Shared Roots here. We'll get a basic out of our library. We'll grab another Swamp. Play out the Arnin. How does this become exile creature card from your graveyard? Okay. We can swing out here. Double blocks Lewin. Chum blocks with a rabbit. Our opponent takes 1. They go down to 15. Okay. It's not the worst thing ever. Abigail's going to be a real pain in the ass. Scheming Silver Tongue is really concerning, actually. Take 3. We go down to 15. We need removal for that, like, now. Necroscribe can come down. That increases the increment for Hungry Graphalon. I can swing Arnin and our 1/1 Pest. We have to hold Graphalon up as a blocker, but that's why Graphalon was in the deck. It has reach. We need it against the Flyers. Our opponent blocks our Pest. Our opponent loses 2 life. We gain 2 life. They gained the 2 life back because Scheming Silvertongue has lifelink. But I'm fine with the Pest dying because that still gained us 2 life, which is good. Damn. Our opponent plays Elite Interceptor that can tap down our Hungry Graphalon, which really sucks. When they go to combat here, they'll be able to deal 2 damage, gain 2 life with the Scheming Silvertongue, and then that will make the Sign in Blood prepared. And they have the mana to use it too. Yeah, we're getting fucked by this, really by this Abigail. They make Scheming Silvertongue into a 3/5. Swing in for 6, we go down to 12. They gain 3 life, they go up to 16. They don't have the mana for the Sign in Blood since they decided to buff their Silvertongue. Here we can go to combat. If I swing Arnin, they double block. I'll just swing the 5/4 and the 5/6. Just the 5/4. I swing just the Form Necroscribe. They jump block with the 1/1. They have 6 mana that can Sign in Blood. They start with that. They draw 2, lose 2, go to 14. Do they have another creature to play? If they have another creature to play, they can make their Scheming Silvertongue into a 4/6 with Abigail's ability. Oof, or they just kill our Hungry Graphalon. They take 4 damage. Fuck, we're losing this. I don't have removal for the Silvertongue, and it's getting too big. We really didn't draft any good removal. We'd have to hit Heated Argument like right now. Otherwise, we just lose the game. We'll have literally nothing that can kill it. Yeah, Heated Argument, 4% off the top. If we don't hit it, I think we'd just concede. Like, that'd just be game over. Yeah, see, this Last Gasp does nothing. I can kill the Nita, I guess. We get to return Lewin to the battlefield, I guess. Can make a Pest. We have another creature in the graveyard? We do. I'll exile the Graphalon so we can make another pass. Go to combat. We got to swing. We're up to 8. Take the damage to go down to 2. They have 6 damage that they can swing in the air. Abigail can make it 7 right now. If they have enough mana to play a creature and then use Abigail's ability again, then we lose. Question is, do they have another creature in hand? They swing 7 in the air. We go down to 1. Oh, they can force us to sign in blood, actually. And that's game. Heated argument. I needed you. And you were not there for me. Take a loss. That's a bummer. All right, we're going first. 5 lands in our hand. What the fuck is this, dude? I'm running 17 lands because we're running 3 colors and we're trying to get all the way up to our 6 drops. But like 5 land opening hand? Are you shitting me? Into land number 6 off the top 8. Are you another fucking land? What the fuck is this? Why is the deck, why is the game screwing us again? This is crazy. This is exactly why we lost like 2 or 3 games ago. We just flooded out with land. What the fuck? There's only a 33% chance of us drawing into another land. That means there's a 67% chance of us drawing into a non-land. We hit another fucking land somehow. We're going to cycle the Locust Spray. If it's a land, I'll concede. I would have conceded on the spot. Oh my god, and I just played the wrong land, so I couldn't play Lewin. I hate life right now. We should have a Lewin on the field, which would contest his Shade Rider. They have to sacrifice. They gain life. They don't have to sacrifice anything. Fuck, I hate life so much right now. So much. We're gonna heated argument. Kill the Tragedy Feaster. Discard a mountain. Because somehow we've seen 3 mountains, even though we only run 4. Exile a card. Yeah, exile a mountain. Get rid of that. Opponent will take 2. Play Studious first here. I'll say no attacks. I'll just hold up the Hungry Graphalon. This has actually been insane. They play Zombify. Bring back the Tragedy Feaster. Why not? I only used my only possible removal spell that's big enough to kill that. So why would you not just get to bring it back? Well, it's Rampant Growth. Try to reduce our likelihood of finding lands even... Yeah. Try to reduce our chances of finding lands. Tragedy Feaster is a 7/6 with trample. That's kind of bad. We're down to 11 life already. We'd have to like quadruple block. They tap down our Hungry Graphalon. If we triple block, we still can't even kill the Tragedy Feaster. Fuck it, I go down to 1. Sack a land. Yep. That was fucking stupid. 8 lands off the top 10. Are you fucking shitting me? We didn't even get to play. That's the dumbest reason ever to lose. That's crazy. And when I had 16 lands in the deck, we ran into mana issues. So the question is, how do I add 16 and a half lands to our deck? That's the real question. someone could let me know in the comments, that would be very useful. Because apparently that's the exact perfect amount of lands to have in the deck. Fountain Bell. Oh, Fountain Port Bell, maybe? 1 mana artifact. When it enters, you may search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, then shuffle, put that card on top, pay 1, sack it, draw a card. I'm pretty sure that's not in Strixhaven. If it was, I would gladly run it. Oh, that's a Bloomburrow card. All right, we are ready. So if we get fucked on land when we run 16, but then we flood out when we run 17, what if the play is to run more than a 40 card deck? What if we go up to like 42 cards? Let's see. From here we can go Poisoner's Apprentice, I guess, and the Hungry Graphalon. No, Strife Scholar. Oh, you're right. I've been drafting both Quick Draft Bloomburrow and Pick 2 SOS. Yeah, I'm really sad that we're about to lose Pick 2. But I think Marvel comes out tomorrow, doesn't it? See, Marvel set release MTG Arena. June 23rd, yeah, tomorrow. So that's why we're losing Pick 2 Secrets of Strixhaven, which is a bummer. Okay, from here, we have to take the Titan's Grave. And I think the Melancholic Poet. See, whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. This creature can't block. Pay 2, exile an instant sorcery card from your graveyard to turn this card from graveyard to the battlefield. Actually, this I think will be even better for life gain than Poet. All right, we'll pick these two. Same, pick 2 is the only draft I was going consistently positive. I'm still new to draft. I don't know about consistently positive yet. In fact, I'm certain that we have a negative win rate. But I've been enjoying it a lot. I like how fast the drafts go. Let's see from here. There's a lot of good picks here. Micah's good. Tablet Discovery wouldn't be bad. I like the Glorious Decay. This will hopefully make it back around. Adventurous Eater, I love. And then Tome Blast is just too good to pass up for removal. Deal 2, and then you have the flashback. It's too good to pass. We haven't grabbed any green cards yet, which is interesting. From here, we could go Pigment Wrangler. We've used that before. It was pretty good. And I could either go Noxious Newt or the Infirmary Healer. I think I'll go Newt. Death Touch Blocker seems good. Yeah, right now I'm liking Jund. Having the deck mostly be Golgari, but then splashing in red. It's been feeling good. Here we grab Ulna Alley Shopkeep and Hungry Graphalon. We can go Graphalon and Glassrite. Seems good. Yeah, I think I'm going to go up to 42 cards in our library. And then still stay at 17 lands. I think that's the move. See, Ambitious Augmenter. That card's crazy. Snarl Song, I think, is also good, but is it good at 3 colors? Create 2/0/2 green and blue fractal creature tokens, put X++ counters on each of them, and you gain X life for X number of colors of mana spent to cast a spell. We'd have 3 colors of mana. So 6 mana, create 2 3/3s, gain 3 life. It's not bad. Is it better than Mindful Biomancer? 2 mana, 2/2, when it enters, gain 1 life, pay 3 mana. This gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. I like this for the life gain, but if I play it on turn 2, then the life gain doesn't really synergize with anything else. I'm going to grab the Snarl Song. You're playing a lot of 5-color soup on the pick 2 here. You know, I've watched another streamer go with 5 colors, and I don't know, man. He seemed to be struggling, and he's a really good player. He was drafting up in diamond, so it's not like he's bad or anything. But he just wasn't finding what he needed at the right times. And even just with 3 colors, I've been struggling to hit the right colors that I need sometimes. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I could pull off 5 colors. I don't think I'm good enough for it. We'd have to draft like really good mana fixing. Here we can grab Environmental Scientist. When it enters, you may search a library for a basic land card revealed, put in your hand. Like, this card's insane. Like, that one's crazy. We'll grab that, and I kind of want to grab the Flashback. We don't have that much removal yet, though. We can get a second Ambitious Augmenter and a Wander Off. I really want to grab the Melancholic Poet for the life gain, but I can't pass up these 2 cards. Best Mascot is huge. And Sneering Shade Rider, big fan. I'm in Diamond as well, but since the pick 2 is a human draft, you can get someone else in that lane a lot. Yeah, you can. In fact, right now, I believe Untapped says that Boros is the most popular. It might be the second most popular. I think it's Orzhov and Boros are the 2 most popular. Let's see. Here we can grab... What is Pick Your Poison? 1 green for a sorcery. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact of their choice. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment of their choice. Or each opponent sacrifices a creature of flying with their choice. I don't mind that. I'll grab that in the Biomancer. And grab another Biomancer in the Rinker's Archaic. Oh, I could have maybe grabbed the other red spell, but that's fine. Vicious Rivalry. As an additional cost to cast a spell, pay X life. Destroy all artifacts and creatures with mana value X or less. That's pretty dope. Lumaret's Favor. 2 mana instant. When you cast a spell, copy it if you gain life this turn. Target creature gets +2/+4 until end of turn. Rivalry for sure. And Shade Rider or Lorecaster. Kind of like the idea of Lorecaster. We don't have a ton of top end right now. We have 3 5-drops, but they're not like crazy stats. They don't have crazy stats. There'd be a 5 mana 5/5. This is a 5 mana 3/3. 5 mana 4/4 flying. Yeah, I want the Lorecaster. Lorecaster just sounds really good. When it enters, return target insert sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. If we've already cast one of our removal spells like Wander Off, Tome Blast or something, being able to get it back would be really, really impactful. Here we can grab a Terramorphic Expanse, which is really good. Impractical Joke is one of my favorite reasons to splash in the red. Subterranean Tremors, X and a red. Deal X damage to each creature without flying. If X is 4 or more, destroy all artifacts. If X is 8 or more, create an 8/8 red lizard creature token. How often am I hitting 9 mana? And do I pass up on the Terramorphic Expanse here? Because I really want this Impractical Joke. I'm going to take the Tremors. It's probably not the greatest pick ever, but I want to try it out. Best Mascot's good. Pull from the grave. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. You gain 2 life. And you gain life? That's sick. Knockout Maneuver is really good. If we have a creature, we have a lot of 2-drop creatures in this draft so far. To include a Death Touch creature, we got the Ambitious Augmenters. I'm going to take the Knockout Maneuver. Normally I snap pick it, but it's felt a little bit like bait recently. Here we can go Pest Mascot and Old Growth Educator. I'll take both. Hopefully Seize the Spoils comes back around. If not, it's not the end of the world. We can go Zombify and grab Tam. I normally don't end up with a Zombify, so I'm interested to see how this will work out. But if we cast Zombify on 4 and then return it with Zealous Lorecaster, that'd be some really nice value. Yeah, let me see. I was looking up limited. Secrets of Strixhaven. pick 2. We can go Goblin Glass right here and Tidal Mage, which we can't use. We get rid of Tidal Mage. Oh, Aberrant Mana Worm made it all the way around. That's pretty dope. Yes, popularity-wise, the top color combinations for Secrets of Strixhaven pick 2. It is Orzhov and Boros. After that, down in B tier, you've got Simic, Golgari, Izzet, and Temur. So yeah, Jund is all the way down in low match volume down here. Only 1,300 matches have been played with Jund. Versus like the A tier have 67,000 matches and 70,000 matches. And these are just the matches that have been recorded by people who have Untapped running while they play sealed. So yeah, the popularity of Orzhov and Boros are pretty far ahead. Simic is in 3rd place with 36,000. It has half as many runs, but it's been getting a lot of wins. Then you have Golgari and Izzet both up in the 60,000 matches, and Temur is a little lower at 41,000. Yeah. White is just so strong in SOS. A road is like nuts for white to have. The card's really good. All right, I gotta take a leak, and then I will put together the deck. All right, this deck should go kind of crazy. We got a lot of good picks with this one. And I am going to go up to 42 cards with 17 lands. I want to see if that feels good. Okay. So for 1-drops, Impractical Joke definitely goes in. Double Ambitious Augmenter is nuts. 2-drops, Postmortem Professor for sure. Tome Blast, yes. Goblin Glassrite, at least 1 copy. Environmental Scientist is fucking crazy. That card's got to go in. Let's see, turn 3. Definitely want the Adventurous Eater. Poisoner's Apprentice, if we can get this to work with the infusion on ETB, it's crazy. Grab that. Knockout Maneuver. It needs us to have a creature to be good, but we have a lot of options for 2-drop creatures. So I'll go Knockout Maneuver, throw in the Noxious Newt, and a Mindful Biomancer. We're at 29 cards. Let's see, Vicious Rivalry will go in, Old Growth Educator. 2 copies of Pest Mascot. We can still add 9 more cards. 9 cards is kind of a lot. Wander Off has to go in the deck. 8 more cards. 8 more cards. Shade Rider goes in. I like the Hungry Graphalon because it has reach. Archaic also has reach. Let's go Archaic and a Graphalon. Pigment Wrangler has flying. That's good. We have 4 more cards to add. I'm going to go with another Goblin Glasswright. Want the Zealous Lorecaster. Subterranean Tremors is probably just bad, but I still kind of want it. And then the final card, Zombify or Mana Worm. What am I going to target with a Zombify on turn 4? What would I want to bring back? As a 2 or a 3 drop? Even just zombifying like an environmental scientist would be pretty good, actually. All right, we're throwing the Zombify. 42 cards, 17 lands. 44% of our deck has green, 40% has black, 28% has red. So cut out a mountain, go up a forest. And then we have the Titan's Grave. All right, let's give it a shot. 42 cards in our library, 17 lands. I'm hoping that's the key to get just a good amount of land draws. Because twice when we were running 17 lands, we flooded out, which was absolutely insane. It was actually unreal. We saw 8 lands in our top 10, which is just like super crazy unlucky. Oh man, this hand is so close to being usable. If we can just find a green source for the environmental scientists, this hand goes crazy. If not, then we have the Glasswright on 2, and then on turn 3 we can pay a red for the sorcery Craft with Pride to make a treasure token. All right, no green source yet. Show me a green. Show me a forest off the top. Nope. If I play the Glasswright and it dies, we're fucked. So I think I just have to wait until turn 3 and hope that they don't have instant speed removal or counterspell. They missed their land drop. Okay, we play out the Glasswright. It does not get countered. We Craft with Pride. We make a treasure. We could play the Ambitious Augmenter right here and now, but I think we have to use our treasure for the environmental scientists to go grab a forest. This puts it in our hand, right? It's perfect. We can use our treasure, cast the environmental scientist, grab a green, and then play the Ambitious Augmenter after that. If we're lucky, they'll play a creature here that dies to Impractical Joke. Creature is a little bit too big. Let's go environmental scientist. Grab the forest. Play the Ambitious Augmenter. We can swing in 2. They probably take the 2 damage. They probably assume we have some kind of combat trick. They take the block, which is crazy, and we get to punish. Practical Joke, we deal 3 damage to their Vasselin's Scavenger. They say nice, we say thanks, and my earbud is missing a little rubber part. Not the one that's in my ear, second one. Problem for later, I guess. All right, we have 4 mana here. Played a Blazing Fire Singer. We could just kill this with a Wander Awe. Yeah, let's exile that. That will trigger the increment for our Ambitious Augmenter. We'll be able to swing in for 4 damage here. And he was struggling with the lands, so I don't want him to ramp up to 5 mana. Allowing him to do that would probably be detrimental. The Subterranean Tremors is not really doing anything in our hand right now. And if we were to cast it for the max amount that we can, which is X equals 3, it would just wipe our board, which is not good. When it plays a Wild Growth Archaic, we can kill that with the Subterranean Tremors. Oh, he's looking at our Ambitious Augmenter. hit another land. If I subterranean for x equals 2, Ambitious Augmenter will grow before it dies. Got to make sure Auto Tapper leaves green mana up. It does. Augmenter becomes a 3/3. We kill off the other creatures on the board. Play the Noxious Newt. Swing in for 3. Set our opponent to 13. Newt allows us to have 6 mana next turn, potentially 7. We don't have a way to gain life to trigger our Old Growth Educator, which is a bummer. They bounce the Augmenter to our hand, also not great. We only have 1 green source. No, we have 2 green sources. 6 mana. Play out the Ambitious Augmenter. Cast the Pest Mascot. Ambitious Augmenter will grow to a 2/2. Next turn, we probably just play the Old Growth Educator. It should be fine. Probably just go Old Growth and then swing out. This will be a 3/3. This will have a Death Touch. Pest Mascot will still only be a 2/3. So maybe. We'll see if we swing with that. Our opponent is tapping very delicately for 5 mana. Plays out a Magma Blood Archaic. It enters as 5/5. Here I can set up Adventurous Eater. Augmenter grows bigger. I can swing just the Noxious Newt. See if our opponent wants to trade. They do not want to trade with our Death Touch creature. They take a damage. They go down to 12. If we can find a second swamp off the top. How have we seen triple mountains again? This fucking game loves giving us mountains. I'm going to cut a mountain out of the deck next turn and add another swamp. Our opponent plays a Charging Strife Knight and a Shared Roots. He's got a 7/5 with Trample and to swing and a 5/3 with Haste to swing. He swings both, which is a very bold choice. I'll say no blocks. We take 12, we go down to 8. We find a second swamp, which is absolutely perfect. We're going to cast Have a Bite. We're going to put a +1/+1 counter on one of our creatures. I'll put it on the Adventurous Eater. More importantly, we gain a life. Pest Mascot becomes bigger, and also we can play the Poisoner's Apprentice here. Thanks to the infusion, because we gain the life, we can give -4/-4 to one of his creatures, the Strife Knight. Here we can swing in for 10 damage. Could have made it 11. We could have sent him down to 1, but we send him down to 2, and we hold up Noxious Newt and Poisoner's Apprentice as blockers. And we hit him with a good game. All right, yeah, we're cutting out 1 mountain, and we're going to go up 1 more swamp. We hit Silver Tier 2 off of that, which is kind of nice. I can't remember if we were already at Silver Tier 2 and if we got dropped down or not, but I'm going to look it up right now. Yeah, go to the deck. Cut 1 mountain, go up 1 more swamp. Let's go to limited. It does not tell me, it doesn't show me the tiers of rank. Oh, I guess it does. If it kind of sucks to look at the tiers though for this. I'd have to go in and out of every single deck. All right, I don't know if we've been at Silver Tier 2. Oh, yes, it says highest rank Silver Tier 2 with 2 of the pips filled out. So I was already at Silver Tier 2, which means I got bumped out. This opening hand looks decent. We've got turn 1 Ambitious Augmenter into turn 2 Tome Blast, which will trigger the increment here. So that's pretty good. I was going to say, if they play a creature that we can kill, like a Studious First Year, which is a phenomenal kill target, we're in a really good spot. We get swing in with a 2/2. We set our opponent to 18. We need to find a black source, though. And I just cut out a mountain and added in another swamp. We only have 4 mountains in the deck, and yet we have still seen 2 of them already. Our opponent has a Last Gasp, kills our Augmenter. We get a 1/1 Fractal. Find a swamp. We can play Post-Mortem Professor, and I'm really happy we found that swamp. This is a 2-mana 2/2, can't block. Whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. We deal 1 with our Fractal. You can also pay 2 mana to exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard and return Postmortem Professor from your graveyard to the battlefield. That'll be really easy. Next turn, we could zombify already if we wanted to and bring back the Ambitious Augmenter. We don't have anything better to do this turn. Why not? Let's bring back the Augmenter. Swing in our 1/1 and our 2/2. We'll swing in with both creatures. He takes the 3 damage. He goes down to 13. He played an Essence Knit Scholar. When it enters, you get to create a pest. And at your end step, if you gain life... No. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control, you get to draw a card. Next turn, we have 5 mana. We can play Pigment Wrangler. Or we could just flashback the Tome Blast. Swings the Pest. And the Essence Knit Scholar. He gains a life from the Pest. We say no blocks. We take 4. We go down to 17. Plays an Old Growth Educator. That is a 4/4. That is a big, beefy boy. We have our own that we can play this turn. We're going to swing just the Postmortem Professor. Our opponent loses a life, we gain a life. Does he take the 2 damage? He risks the block, our creature dies. That is A-okay. We're going to play our own Old Growth Educator. Ambitious Augmenter will become a 2/2. And our Old Growth enters a 6/6, just like his did. Because of our life gain. Does he have a fight spell here? He just looked at his own Old Growth Educator. Hopefully he doesn't have a knockout maneuver. Plays a Pest Mascot, okay. And an Infirmary Healer. Swings the Pest. Probably swings his Old Growth Educator too. I think we have to take the trade, unfortunately. And because of that, he gets to draw a card. I'm going to play Hungry Graphalon here, make our Ambitious Augmenter into a 3/3 and say no attacks. We're not in a great spot. We need 1 more land. I need him to take a turn off. I need him to take a turn where he doesn't do anything. We can kill the Essence Knit Scholar with Tome Blast, but flashing that back for 5 just to kill the Scholar feels bad. He can make his Pest Mascot a 4/5 here with the Infirmary Healer. He can pay X and a green, gain X life. He decides to only gain 1. If he swings the Pest Mascot, I think I'm okay to... Oh my god. He has a Zombify for his Old Growth Educator. That's really bad. He swings the Pest Mascot. Say no blocks. We take the 4, we go down to 14. Wander off. We can exile his Old Growth Educator. I'm going to set up the Pigment Wrangler. The triggers increment 2 more times. Our board gets bigger. We say no attacks. If we can top deck 1 more land. No, we don't need it. We need Pigment Wrangler to survive a turn. If Pigment Wrangler survives a turn, we can cast Striking Palette, which will copy the next instant or sorcery spell we cast. If we can copy the Wander off, I think we win the game. We can exile the Pest Mascot and the Old Growth Educator. Plays Follow the Lumerette. That's not removal. That's a good sign. Oh, come on. Come on, let this happen. I kind of want to get rid of the Essence Knit Scholar so he can't draw it into more gas. Actually, that's the better play still. I was worried that the Pest Mascot would be too big. But we have the Tome Blast that we can flash back. That will make our creatures with increment big enough to contest his pest mascot. He's going to swing in the old growth educator. I can't tell how much life we have. What the hell is blocking our life total? The Tome Blast is? Oh, there we go. We have 14. Swings a 6/6. We chump block with our 1/1. Now we go Striking Palette. We get to wander off, exile the old growth educator, and exile the Essence Knit Scholar. Sick. And let's see, we're at 14 life. I'll swing 4 in the air right here. Set our opponent down to 11, hold up a 4/4 blocker and a 4/5 blocker. Next turn, we can flashback the Tome Blast. That will trigger the increment for our last 2 creatures, and we get to kill the Arnin. We play Shade Rider. Pest mascot becomes a 5/6. I'll take the 5. We'll go down to 7. See, what do we kill with the Tome Blast? The Arnin. It's 2 increment triggers. Can I force him to block here? He gives Arnin indestructible. That sucks. We have to say no attacks. Damn. Play a land. Play a land. You're 18 cards deep. Play a land. He has a tenured concoctor off the top. Are you fucking serious? Oh, come on. We're able to copy Wander Off, and we still haven't secured victory yet. He's able to find a 5-drop and then another 5-drop. That's just crazy. Wow, we hit a land. Pass. All right, we can play Goblin Glass right here, I guess. Postmortem Professor, we can exile. Is this from our graveyard? Oh yeah, Zombify. We did get to Zombify already. We can bring that back. We can make a treasure. Swing the Pigment Wrangler in the air. See if he wants to block with his 3/3. Takes the 4. He goes down to 9. We have the Hungry Graphalon with Reach to block his Sneering Shade Rider. He's looking at his creature. He drew into more gas. Bro, where are your lands? He's able to Stargaze here. Bro, he was 22. He had 22 cards left in his library. He was 18 cards deep and had seen only 6 lands. And in his top 2, he throws a forest into the graveyard. He's swinging his Shade Rider. We block with the Hungry Graphalon, which I'm hoping he just didn't realize had flying. He did not realize I had flying. He says, oops. We swing our Pigment Wrangler. He goes down to 4. I'm going to Surveil 1. It's a Pest mascot. I don't really need it. We're threatening lethal. If Pigment Wrangler can connect without our opponent gaining life, we will win. Arnin can gain life. Infirmary Healer, when it dies, would also gain life because of Arnin. Our opponent draws 2, loses 2 life, puts 2+1/+1 counters on Pest Mascot. Puts a +1/+1 counter on Pest Mascot. Double block here. We block here. We go down to 3. And is that game? Yes, it is. Oh my god. That was so difficult. Our opponent had nonstop gas, dude. He wasn't finding lands. Did I have fun? I don't know about fun. I had stress. That game gave me stress, that's for sure. But we got there. We got the dub. My god. That game took forever. We're 2-0 with the deck, which is very, very nice. Okay, this opening hand looks pretty juicy. We have a turn 2 Goblin Glasswright. Turn 3 Pest Mascot. On turn 4, if the Glasswright is still alive, we get to make a treasure. And that could help us reach a 4th color for Rancorous Archaic on 5. Opponent starts with a Studious First Year. I wish we could start off the same way. They Rampant Growth. And now they're pretty much set for the rest of the game. They find another island. So it looks like they're just running Simic colors. There's a Tome Blast. I want to play the Goblin Glasswright. I don't think we really need to kill the Studious first here. Nope, our opponent's running Teamer. They just had the mountain in hand already. I need Glasswright to survive a turn. They play Hydro Channeler. It's a mana dork. And another Studious First Year. My god. Damn, I really need 2 red mana here. I guess we just Tome Blast this Studious First Year. Say no attacks. Hydro Channeler, they can pay 1 tap, add 1 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast an instant sorcery spell. Okay. They're down to 3 cards in hand. They have a 1/1. They're down to 2 cards in hand. They have a 1/3 on the board and a 1/1. We have missed a land drop, which is a bummer. And we still haven't been able to make our treasure, but I'm liking the look of things. They play a Spellbook Seeker, 4 mana, 3/3 flying. Let's see. Here we can go Ambitious Augmenter. Make a treasure. Say no attacks. Now they can activate Careful Study, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. They probably activate that right here, I would imagine. They're looking at the Augmenter. They have a Tome Blast. They kill our Augmenter. Do they Quick Study now? They play out their second Hydro Channeler? Or their Careful Study. That's wild. We hit land number 4, which is great. Rancorous Archaic. We can cast this for 4 colors. I think this hopefully just wins us the game. I hope this is just too big for him to deal with. 6/6. Trample Reach. Next turn, we could Zombify to bring back our Ambitious Augmenter. The Tome Blast. They flash back the Tome Blast to kill our 2/2. They still don't activate Careful Study. Environmental Scientist is phenomenal. We get that off the top. We can go grab a second Forest. Play this for turn. Play Pest Mascot. And we say no blocks. Or we say no attacks. They now Careful Study, draw 2, then discard 2 cards. I need a way to gain life so that way I can play this Poisoner's Apprentice. He's really struggling to choose which 2 cards to discard. He discards a Mountain and a Paradox Surveyor. Plays a Tam. 4 mana, 4/3. Whenever land you control enters, Tam becomes prepared. You can pay 2, draw a card, and gain a life. I don't have a way to kill Tam, which is very unfortunate. I guess I'll play the Noxious Newt and another Pest Mascot. Say no attacks. This Tam is going to be really, really bad for us. Do they have the land to go with the Tam? Or do they have a knockout maneuver, maybe? There goes the land. Yep. Spend 2, draw a card, and gain a life. They have 5 mana left if they draw into a sorcery. If not, they only have 3. Instant or sorcery. Okay. I'm just going to swing out at this point. I don't know. Our hand isn't doing anything. Zombify isn't really doing anything. If he like double blocks or triple blocks a creature or something, maybe we zombify it. Poisoner's Apprentice is doing nothing in our hand because we have no way to trigger our life gain. And then Tome Blast doesn't do anything because every single creature on his board has 3 toughness. The Studious First Year doesn't count. It's not even a creature. So we'll swing out. We see how he wants to block. He's going to use Studious First Year to chump block. Well, he's going to use it to block a Pest Mascot, which has Trample. So that's, I don't know, fine, I guess. Yeah, hopefully we can pick something off with Tome Blast. Next turn, we can Zombify if needed. He's going to triple block our Pest Mascot. Spellbook Seeker goes down to 1 toughness. We will Tome Blast the Seeker so it dies. And we end the turn. Our opponent has 6 damage on board. They go down to 12. And we're at 16. Play another land. Play a Vastlands Scavenger. 3 mana, 4/4 Death Touch. Creature enters prepared. You can pay 5 mana for Bind to Life. Mill 7 cards and put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. You get to draw another card with Tam. Why did they get to activate that again? Oh, it was probably already prepared and then they played their land, I guess. Here we can Zombify, but it doesn't help us. Bro, where is our life gain? And why am I seeing so much land again? I guess we're not seeing a crazy amount of land, but still. Nothing in our library is worth bringing back with Zombify. We can swing the Rancorous Archaic. Okay, he's going to give us one of his channelers. He takes 6. He goes down to 7. I'm going to Zombify. I could bring back the Augmenter. Nah, it's going to be too slow. We just bring back the Noxious Newt. Oh, do they have a counter spell? They do. That's really rough. I was not expecting that. Let's see. Zealous Lorecaster would be nice. Actually, it wouldn't be that nice. I mean, it could allow us to bring back Zombify, but Zombify is just not doing shit for us right now. He's going to swing in for 8 damage here. We say no blocks. We go down to 8. Bro, what gains me life in this deck? Is there fucking anything? We play the Ambitious Augmenter. I think we just have to play the Poisoner's Apprentice. Otherwise, I think we're just going to die. Swing the Rancorous Archaic. They're definitely blocking with the Noxious Newt. That's 4 trample damage going through. Set our opponent down to 3. Archaic dies. What can I play next turn that gains us life? Shade Rider. 5, 8 mana, 4, 5. We don't have enough mana. Play the Poisoner's Apprentice here. I don't see any way in our deck to gain life. I guess the Mindful Biomancer could have been the best top deck for us next turn. Yeah, there's like 1 card. Adventurous Eater. It's 2 cards that we could play. Yeah, there's only 2 cards in our library that would allow us to gain a life off the top. Oh, dude, it'd be so good if we could give that creature -4/-4. Oh. We just scared him into revealing his card, Return the Favor. We targeted the Poisoner's Apprentice to try and kill it. We still had to target it, but it wasn't going to die. So he just cast Return the Favor to change the target of the ability to one of our creatures. But it did nothing. All right, well, he's going to be able to activate the Vastland Scavenger here. I saw a big boy. Okay, Magma Blood Archaic comes in as a 2/2. It's actually pretty small. I thought this was a creature. Wisdom of Ages. 7-drop. Horrifying. Oh, shit. I almost hit no blocks. We almost died. Yeah, we say good game. We go down to 4. We have to find a way to get through his board right now. And a fucking land is not it. That's crazy unlucky. He can swing out. We can chump, and then we take 3. We go down to 1. We have to chump to not die. Is he scared to swing the Hydro Channeler? We go down to 2. We get a Fractal token when that dies. Postmortem Professor. It's not going to do it. Oh, these games take so fucking long, man. We've played 2 matches with this deck. No, 3. God damn. This game was 11 minutes. It took us 11 minutes of playing to lose 1 match. And then the game before took 10 minutes to win. 22 minutes for 2 games is fucking insane. It says total time with this version of the deck, 22 minutes and 9 seconds of active playtime. That's crazy. 11-minute matches. That's so bad for trying to climb up ranks. That means in an hour, realistically, you're drafting once. Super ass. This is why I don't play best of 3, man. Games just take too long. All right, we're going first. Our hand is super crazy slow. Here's our 6-drop that we haven't seen yet. Opponent starts with an island. We have to watch out for counter spells. They play Melancholic Poet. Man, I really wish we had this card in our deck. We did have the option to draft one, but I did not. Bogwater Lumaret. Don't we have you? Not with this deck? Fuck, dude. We have none of our life gain triggers. We have no way to trigger life gain, which sucks. I'm playing Old Growth Educator. It's just going to be a 4/4 with reach and vigilance. It will not enter with 2 +1/+1 counters on it because we didn't get any life gain. There was no way we're going to be able to play Sneering Shade Rider and Old Growth Educator in the same turn. Plays a Pest Mascot. We do have a Wander Off for that. Maybe he swings the Bogwater Lumaret. No, this doesn't have to attack to gain life. We Wander Off, exile the Pest Mascot. If we can find a red source, Zealous Lorecaster, when it enters, will allow us to return the Wander Off back to hand, which will be nice. Our opponent held up priority. They may have a way to give something indestructible. I'm going to swing the Old Growth Educator. It has vigilance, and we have a Zombify in hand. So even if he double blocks and gives one of his creatures indestructible, Old Growth will die, but we can bring it back with Zombify. They do have a way to give it indestructible. Masterful Flourish. That is A-okay. The only thing left on his board is Bogwater Lumaret. We're already at 6 mana. We can cast all of our top end in our deck. They play a Leech Collector. That becomes prepared. They can cast the Bloodletting. So we'll lose 2 life. We go down to 15. They can swing Bogwater Lumerette. We go down to 13. There's our red source. So we can play Zealous Lorecaster here. Return. Wander off to our hand, and we have a 4/4 blocker. Next turn, we're at 7 mana. You know, if I use Wander off to exile something, it'll go back into our graveyard. If we then save our Zombify for the Lorecaster, kind of like in a good spot, right? Wander off, get rid of Bogwater Lumerette. Go to combat, I'll swing the 4/4. Take 4, they go down to 20. Next turn, we play the Shade Rider. Unless Lorecaster dies. If Lorecaster dies, we bring it back with Zombify and then bring the Wander off back into our hand a second time, which is crazy. We will have been able to cast the same Wander off 3 times. That's a lot of good value. They have a second Melancholic Poet. They're going to kill the Lore Master, it looks like. Yep, Grapple with Death. We're kind of dying. We lose 2 more life. They go to combat. We go down to 8. Environmental Scientist. I think I can play you, right? Play this. We'll grab another land out of our deck. Might as well grab a mountain. We can play the Sneering Shade Rider. When it enters, we gain 2 life. Our opponent loses 2 life. Our opponent's still at 20. But next turn, we can Zombify 1, 2, 3, 4. And still cast Wander off to get rid of Forum Necroscribe. I need to not play a land. Okay, it's fine. I just need a card in hand. We go Zombify. Zealous Lorecaster comes back. Lorecaster returns Wander off. Wander off, we exile the Forum Necroscribe. Discard a swamp. Swing both of our creatures. They probably just take the 5 damage. Yep, they take the 5, they go down to 15. Play a land and pass. Play a land and pass. Play a land and pass. Nice play, thanks. It felt good. I think Zealous Lorecaster is pretty solid. And yeah, this is the 3rd time we've cast this same copy of Wander off. Our opponent's got to be pissed. Oh, they have their own Wander off. They gain so much value from this Bloodletting. I didn't think they would still have additional ways to gain life, but they did, and it's been bad. I chose to exile the Bogwater Lumerette over the Leech Collector, but we've taken like 6 additional damage from Leech Collector since then. Oh, we're still just gonna lose. Where's that red spell? Subterranean Tremors. I need to top deck that right now. We have enough mana. We can deal X. We can pay X equals 8. We have exactly enough mana. We need to top deck this. He swings a 3/3. We block with our 3/3. I'm surprised he gave that up, actually. Top deck a land because this game hates us. We say no attacks. Come on, man. They play a Quandrix, which has Cascade. And they fucking Cascade into a removal spell for lethal. That's fucking insane. They get to top deck a Quandrix while we top deck a land. Garbage. Garbage, garbage, garbage. All right, we went 2-2 with the deck. It's rough. Man. I don't know how we cast Wander off 3 times in a match and then we still lose. Like, that's crazy. All right, I've got one more in me. And then I need to go eat. I'm hungry. I got some turkey burgers earlier today. 2-2, not bad. Almost positive on gems. I don't care about the gems. I need to hit Mythic before the end of the month. we're trying to get the achievement Mythic Champion. You have to hit Mythic in both Limited and Constructed simultaneously. I didn't even know Sheoldred's Edict was in here. We'll grab that. I really want to grab the Mind Roots, but Teacher's Pest gives us life gain. And finding ways to trigger life gain has been a big struggle. You're on a 3-0 run with Boros. I think it's so good. I think I tried Boros. I don't think it went well for me, but I can look it up in a sec. Let's see. From here, I could go follow the Lumarettes and Zimone's Experiment. If I go both of these, then mana shouldn't be a problem. Let me see what my last Boros run looked like, because I'm pretty certain that I went with it, because people are telling me that Wilton Heat is really good, and it seems really good. But I don't think my Boros deck did very well. Oh, I have not gone Boros, actually. I went Jeskai. It was mostly Boros with a splash of blue. But I went 2-2 with the Jeskai deck and then 0-2 with the Jeskai deck. All right, all right. I might give Boros a chance. We'll see how long this one lasts. Let's see. Another Mind Roots is sick, and a Wander Off. We got to take them both. Dina's Guidance is really tempting too. Grab these. Tenured Concoctor. Love it. And then nothing else. I guess I'll take this thing. Hungry Graphalon and Mind Roots. That is good. Pull from the Grave and Stargaze. Nice. All right. This is looking pretty good so far. The double Mind Roots is going to be mad disrespectful. And the Glorious Decay made it all the way back around. That's incredible. I really like Glorious Decay. Being able to deal 4 damage to target creature with flying is very, very relevant. Studious first year. Incredible first pick. Damn, for Boros, this pack would be fucking cracked. Startled Relic Sloth, the Wilton Heat, Tome Blast, and a Flashback. Hey, have you been liking Helping Hand? Ooh, I don't know this card. Eternal Student. 4 mana, 4/2 zombie warlock. Pay 2, exile this card from your graveyard, create 2 Inklings. Seems like a good 4-drop. We got the Pest Mascot for 3. Another Pull from the Grave gives us more life gain. Let's grab that. Death Toucher and a Fight Spell. Sure. Pox Plague. 5 black. Oh, there's no fucking way you're casting this ever. Each player loses half their life, then discards half the cards in their hand, then sacrifices half their permanents they control of their choice, round down each time. Yeah, that is a horrible fucking card. Let's grab Oldna Alley Shopkeep and this thing, I guess. Masterful Flourish and Oracle's Restoration. I like both of these as a one of. Follow the Lumarettes, and we'll just grab this. Throw away the Arthropod. Wild Hypothesis. Nice, I will take it. From here, we can grab Shopkeeper's Bane and Send in the Pest. Oh my, we have 3 discard effects. And Send in the Pest will make a Pest, which is obviously good. We need that life gain for a Pest Mascot on 3 / Tenured Concoctor on 5. This draft seems pretty fucking good. Didn't go any red with this deck. We're not splashing in any red for Jund. Haven't seen any of the good red removal spells, not the 4-drop and not the 1 mana deal 3. Ooh, a Teacher's Pest and a Grapple with Death. Yeah, this is looking kind of cracked. Leech Collector, beautiful, and another Send in the Pest. That is 5 discard effects. That's so fucking filthy. Bogwater Lumerette. Oh my god. This draft is actually insane. And a second tenured concoctor. There's no way we get less than 4-0 with this draft. There's just no way. You can grab a Giant Growth and a Rapid Attack here. I don't even know what Rapid Attack does. 2 mana instant until end of turn. Any number of target creatures you control each get +1/+0 and gain. When this creature dies, draw a card. Interesting. We grab a Graphalon, and Petrified Hamlet is a land. When it enters, choose a land card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. I don't think we need to keep that in our deck. And another Giant Growth makes it back around to us. Yeah, this seems pretty filthy. Golgari, I will let this build our deck for us. Let's see. Let's see what it says. I don't like it already. No. Draftsmith can fuck off. Okay. Let's see. We didn't get any dual colored lands, which is a bummer. Double Mind Roots for sure. Where's the other discard effect? Oh, double Send in the Pest. Yup. Studious First Year for sure. Yup. Wander Off. That's going in. Leech Collector is going in. Children's Edict. Nasty. Oracle's Restoration to gain 1 life. Double Tenured Concoctor. What else gains life? Shopkeeper's Bane. Pest Mascot needs to go in as our life gain payoff. Grapple of Death, that gains a life. Teacher's Pet. Bogwater Lumerette, all that gains a life. We have 17 lands in the deck. So 34. We have 8 more picks from here. I don't think we need Zamone's Experiment. 4 mana sorcery. Look at top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature and or land cards from among them. This can help us find 2 creatures. How many creatures do we have? We have 9 in the deck right now. I want a Hungry Graphalon for sure. Walnut Alley Shopkeep should be good. We should have a decent amount of ways to gain life with the deck so far. I'll go 1 copy of Follow the Lumerettes. Banemaker can go in. We have 4 more picks. Let's go Glorious Decay, Hungry Graphalon, Zamone's Experiment. Do I want the Wild Hypothesis? Or a Pull from the Grave. Return up to 2 target creature cards from a graveyard to your hand. You gain 2 life. What do I want to return from the graveyard? None of our creatures have like a really good ETB. We could bring back Leech Collector. That one's pretty good. Bogwater, Teacher's Pest. We really don't have a lot of creatures, actually. I don't think Pull from the Grave is good. We could use another creature, but we don't have any more except for Eternal Student, 4 mana, 4/2. I'd rather have the Wild Hypothesis. Make a big Fractal and then Surveil. Nine forests, 8 swamps. Seems good. We're slightly heavier in green. All right. Oh, yeah. I said after this, depending on how fast it goes, I may try to do a Boros one. Just finished 4-0 with a Tome Blast upstairs. I'm off now, man. Have a good night. Subbed. Maybe I'll show you the Boros draft one day. Okay. See, even if you're heading out, I am going to do Boros after this. Look, I don't think this will last long. Not with an opening hand like this. But yeah. Hey, you have a good time, man. All right, come on. Black Source off the top. No Black Source off the top. I'll let you know how it goes. This is going to be a rough start. Opponent starts with an Expressive Fire Dancer. We hit a 3rd forest. No black mana. Now, I didn't want to go down to 5 cards. I think this run is already cooked. All I need is one swamp. Our opponent plays a Molten Core Maestro. That is extremely horrible. We've seen 5 lands now. You want to know how many of them have been swamps? 0. Play a Hungry Graphalon here. It is a 3/4. It is at least a somewhat decent blocker. Molten Core Maestro has Menace though, so it doesn't really matter. We'll see if they have any bounce effects here. I wouldn't be surprised if they do have bounce effects. There's not a lot of removal that kills the Graphalon. 4 toughness is kind of a lot. And so far, we've only seen Izzet colors out of them. There's a black source. Oh, thank God. We're going to Mind Roots our opponent. If they have a counter spell, we cry. Make them discard 2. Please, please let this go through. Please, 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 please. I've waited 5 turns to get a swamp. Discard 2. Discard 2. Discard 2. They're thinking. They're looking at their hand. I think they have to... Yes, they did have to discard 2. And we say no attacks. They discarded a Zealous Lorecaster and a Charging Strife Knight. They play a land. They make a treasure. They only have 2 cards left in hand, and we have Ascend in the Pest in our hand. They play a quick... They play a quick study. They draw 2 more. Come on. We're going to have to take at least 8 damage here. 8's a lot. They might even play another spell. They play a Muse Seeker. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, draw a card, then discard a card unless 5 or more mana spent to cast that. We're going to take 8 damage here. We go down to 10, which is a fuck ton of damage. We're going to send in the Pest, make our opponent discard one of their last 2 cards. To discard a Tablet of Discovery. We play a land. Say no attacks. Oh my God, they play a 4/5 with haste. We take 4. We go down to 6. What the fuck, dude? How did we get so fucked for swamps? We're only running 1 fewer swamp than forest in our deck. That's so ass. We even mulliganed. But there's no way that we're winning if we go down to 5 cards. It's such a massive disadvantage. All right, that was a bad game 1. I'm going to lose my fucking mind. It cannot be this hard to open a hand with both colors of mana. Why is that so much to ask for? All I need is 1 of each. Just fucking 1 of each. Turn 1, we Banemaker. Turn 2, we send in the Pest. This is so... I'm so fucking pissed. I fucking hate this game. It's so stupid. We connect for 3, we set our opponent to 16. 1 green. That's all we need. Our opponent, they get their green. Do we get ours? Nope. In fact, we don't even get an additional land drop. We just get to miss a land drop. Feels awesome. Feels great. I fucking love this game. It's not stupid at all. It's just fucking garbage. It's just fucking bullshit. There's no way you have Masterful Flourish. Trash. Can you resign early from drafts? I don't even want to play this deck anymore. I was so excited about everything. Like, I'll double block here. Show me second Masterful Flourish. Go ahead. Nope. And you blocked wrong. Still don't hit a land. And our opponent scoops. We were not supposed to win that match. Not at all. Our opponent misplayed. They scooped to the misplay. I don't know if they're running 3 colors and maybe they were stuck trying to hit their 3rd color. We should not have won. That was still garbage. It was still garbage. For the love of God, give me an opening hand with at least 1 swamp and 1 forest. That is all I am asking for. I don't care what else you give me. Swamp and a forest. One land hand. Fucking awesome. It's a mulligan. Thank you. Finally have a hand with a swamp and a forest, but we're still starting at a disadvantage. I'm going to throw back the Wild Hypothesis. That's a card that we don't want to see until late game when we have a bunch of mana. For now, we can go turn 2, send in the Pest. Turn 3, Pest Mascot, which is actually a really nice curve. It's a nice follow-up for our send in the Pest. Our opponent discards an Eternal Student. They exile this card from the graveyard, create 2 Inklings. Swing in their 1 damage Elite Interceptor. Ooh. I'm going to play Bogwater Lumaret here. I'm going to say no attacks. Oh, I didn't realize that this triggered off of itself. I should have played the Pest Mascot. Alright, we play the Pest Mascot here. Comes a 3/4. We say no attacks. Do I need the Pest Mascot to become a 4/5 right now? I will throw our Pest creature to die. Pest Mascot will become a 4/5. Our opponent's playing Orzhov. Their removal is probably good enough to kill a Pest Mascot, despite how big it gets. They could just have an Erode at any time. I would like to get down the Hungry Graphalon. Swinging the Rehearsed Debater. I will try to block that. Even if they have a way to give it indestructible. They have Dissection Practice. It's really bad. I tried to call his bluff, but he got me. I forgot this card was even in the game. For being an uncommon, I really have not seen it like at all today. I think I've maybe seen it in the packs once. It's a really good card. But I guess if everyone's running Orzhov is the most popular, then everyone's snatching up this card pretty early. Seven, 8, 9. We take 9, we go down to 9. We're super gonna lose this. Ooh, Orgo's Restoration is actually kind of nice here. Let's make the Bogwater Lumaret a 3/3 until end of turn. Draw into a land. It's not what we wanted to see. We can wander off. We can exile the 3/3. I have to say no attacks though. Whenever one or more tokens you control enter, this creature becomes prepared. We have to exile our Graphalon. Bro, everyone's taking End of the Hunt too. I haven't seen this card. I haven't been able to use this card at all today. Say no blocks. We take 5. We go down to 5. Play Banemaker. Let's just concede. God, dude, we started 1 card down because we just can't get both colors in our starting hand. And that's our 2 losses. It's fucking garbage. All right, I'm going to try a Boros run. And then I'm going to call it. Because it is 9:30. And I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. I don't want to make burgers. It's still going to take me like a good 20 minutes. Are we still in silver too? Have we gotten bumped down? It looks like we're still in silver too. Okay, Boros. Oceaner's Trove is crazy. Primary Research is also good. Boros, Boros, Boros. Soloist and group projects. I'm not sure what the best Boros cards are. I feel like I haven't seen people run a ton of Boros. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna see if I can look up my stats. See how many people have been running Boros against us. Wilton Heat. This is like the best Boros card. Stand Up for Yourself is a good removal spell too. Let's see, color matchups. I've only gone against 3 people running Boros out of like 50 games. People are really, really not running Boros. All right, let me grab the Rehearsed Debater and the Tackle Artist here. Yeah, Boros seems to be really underrepresented, which is crazy because according to the meta, I was pretty sure Boros was the second most popular. Grab Seize of the Spoils here and Owlin Historian. Secrets of Strixhaven. Pick 2 draft. Second Owlin Historian. That's sick. And a Rapier Wit made it all the way to the end for us. Fields of Strife. Beautiful. Great Hall of Biblioplex. Tap, pay 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast an instant sorcery spell. Pay 5. If this land isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/4 wizard creature with whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell. Gets +1/+1 until end of turn, still a land. Do I take that over just a good creature? We can get another removal spell. We can grab Eager Glyph Mage. Kind of want the Glyph Mage. Kind of want the Impractical Joke. There's so many good options here. 3 mana, 3/3. I'm going to grab the Glyph Mage. That was tough. There was a lot of really good options there. Kind of want a second Potioner's Trove if I could grab it. Joined Researchers is a 2 mana 2/2. I never want to give our opponent draw. Garrison Excavator, 4 mana 3/4 menace. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 red and white spirit creature token. That seems really good. The Relic Sloth also seems good. Do I have more things that can I... How many things can I take out of my graveyard? It's like not a lot, right? Group project? No, I'm going with the Relic Sloth and Tome Blast. Lorehold Charm and another group project. Ooh, yeah. We'll grab both of these. I wanted the Rehearsed Debater. I don't think it's going to make it back around. Daydream. Exile target creature you control, then return to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter. That's not bad, I think. Stone Docent we definitely need. We'll have to let the Lorecaster go. I'm a fan of the Lorecaster. Oh my god, Impractical Joke made it all the way back around, and so did the Spirit Call Enthusiast. Yeah, no one is drafting Boros here. Destroy target creature. Or 3 mana 3/3. Whenever one or more tokens you control enters, becomes prepared. I guess I'll take that one. Garrison Excavator comes back. Rubble Rouser, let's grab you. Dude, our Boros deck is looking very strong. And Rehearsed Debater made it around. Dude, no one was drafting white. That's pretty sick for us. Here, Molten Note seems good. And I will take Lorecaster. Yeah, we're going to have mad options for this deck. And yeah, Boros is supposed to be the second most popular color combination for pick 2 draft. In fact, it's even more popular than Orzhov has been. Boros has 70,000 games played. And it's listed in A tier according to Untapped. It has 3,000 more games played than Orzhov. But I've only played against three people running Boros in all of our like 50 matches. Let's see. 2-mana 1/1 double strike, enters prepared. No. We're grabbing Practical Joke and Dig Site Inventory. Dig Site Inventory is fucking crazy good. Ooh, Colossus of the Blood Age. I don't even know what you do, but you're big. 6-mana 6/6 construct. When it enters, it deals 3 damage to each opponent and you gain 3 life. When it dies, discard any number of cards and draw that many cards +1. That's sick. Rapier Wit is good. Grab a second one of those. Honorbound Page, dope, and a Pyretic Ritual. I don't think it'll make it into our deck, but we'll take it. Dual Tactics, and we'll steal the Ink Mage from someone. Why can't I get rid of you? Seize the spoils. Man, Quillblade Laureate made it back to us. That's dope. I don't even know what it does. Oh, it was the double striker, right? 2-mana 1/1 double strike, pay 2. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains double strike until end of turn. Lorecaster made it back. We can run that. Okay, this draft seemed really good. Build this deck. Cut out this, cut out this, cut out. Just cut out both copies of Rapier Wit. Pyretic Witch Roll for sure. That can go. Rehearse Debater. There's no way you cut Rehearse Debater. It's 3-mana 3/3 with Vigilance that can grow bigger. All right, I'm gonna build my own. Okay, question is, what do we have as far as mana fixing in these colors? We have 1 dual land. It's a good start. I'll go back to 16 lands. Okay, so let's see. Start by adding in our dual colored lands and the Potioner's Trove. This is mana fixing as well. That's good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that could have flashback. 5. See, Tome Blast is actually going in the deck. Daydream, Dig Site Inventory, those are going in the deck. Group Project, Stone Docent. That's like 5 cards with flashback, which means Garrison Excavator would be good. So that'll come into the deck. Practical Joke, both of those have to go in. Primary Research also has to go in. That card's crazy. Glyph Mage, I want. Honorbound Page, I want. Rehearse Debater, yes. Owlin Historian, at least 1. 3-mana 2/3 flying when it enters Surveil 1. It's not bad. How many instants and sorceries do we have? 9. We can go Thunderdrum Soloist, Group Project. We have 2 cards left to add. I'm thinking, damn, I guess Rapier Wit doesn't make it. I'm thinking Stand Up For Yourself and Spirit Call Enthusiast. Check our ratio. Definitely heavier in white. So we go down a mountain, we go up a plains. And we'll give it a shot. Oh, you know what? Can I cancel? Let me cancel real quick. I gotta pee. Okay. I gotta pee, and then we'll see how Boros looks. I almost clicked stop streaming by accident. All right, let's give Boros a try. All right. Opponent goes first. Opening hand, we've got Group Project, Rehearse Debater, and then Primary Research on 5. We have both colors of mana in our opening hand. Isn't that a miracle? Isn't that absolutely miraculous? We draw into a Spirit Call Enthusiast, 3 mana, 3/3 cat cleric. Whenever one or more tokens you control enter, this creature becomes prepared. Then you can pay 2 mana for Scroll Boost. It's a sorcery that says 1 or 2 target creatures each get +2/+2 until end of turn. Let's try for the Group Project. It does not get countered. That's good. And it didn't seem like our opponent got any priority. I didn't see any stick, which is good. Play a Rebel Rouser. They discard an Owlin Historian. What are we setting up this turn? Can we make 2 creatures? No. So we just play out Rehearse Debater here. 3 mana, 3/3 Vigilance. It's pretty good. Next turn, we are trying to go Spirit Call Enthusiast and then Group Project. We'd still have mana available to maybe Impractical Joke. They pass. Let's play the Stone Docent. If this gets countered, we can just exile it from our graveyard. Okay. Let's cast the Group Project. Do they counter this? Nope, they create a 3/3 in exchange. Or in response. Make a 3/3 with flying. That is A-okay. Let's see, Primary Research, 5 mana enchantment. When it enters, return target non-land permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. At the beginning of your end step, if a card left your graveyard this turn, draw a card. We will kill the 3/3 bird. And we will pass. We'll just hold up our dig site inventories for next turn. Opponent's got 5 mana. What am I worried about them playing? A whale, maybe? Whales are big. Let's go for the Eager Glyph Mage here. Let's see if this sticks. It does land. I'll say no attacks. Opponent's got 5 mana. They're looking at all of our creatures. They deal 5 damage to our Rehearsed Debater. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of those cards into your hand, on the other on the bottom of your library. Okay, okay. I don't love it, but I do not hate it. I'm glad that they used that before we used our dig site inventory. If we had gotten to make this a 4/4 or even a 5/5 and then they killed it with the Stress Stream, that would have been very disappointing. They play Micah, Reader of Ruins. It has Ward to pay 3 life. I don't remember what else it does. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may sack an artifact if you do copy it. Right. We can cast Primary Research, bring back the Debater. That'll give us a draw, so that'll be pretty good. Say no attacks. We get an additional draw. Sick. We draw into an Underbound Page. 4 mana, 3/3 first strike. Enters prepared. You can pay a white. Target creature gains +1/+1 gains flying until end of turn. Okay, we can make a really big Rehearsed Debater. Give it flying so we can get in the air. We can make Glyph Mage a 4/4. We can make Stone Docent a 4/2. Our opponent plays Prismari the Inspiration. We have removal spells that are big enough to kill this. It's Ward pay 5 life. We need to find it though. It's not looking good. We can... Tome Blast does nothing here. Can Honorbound Page, I guess. Maybe make Stone Docent a 4/2. I forgot Rehearsed Debater gets bigger. I could have made Rehearsed Debater big enough. No, I would need 3 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have made Rehearsed Debater a 7/7. He can give 2 of his creatures flying here. Fuck, are we just dead? No, we can chump block the 7/7. Taking a lot of damage though. We go down to 8. Opponent has 1 creature on the board. Any way I could kill. Again, dig site inventory. One of these guys. Rehearsed Debater becomes bigger. I can give something flying. I can give Stone Docent flying. I should have made it the Debater. Go to combat. He can chump block the 5 damage. Send our opponent down to 4. Send them down to 2. We draw a card. Oh, dude, we were so close. If I had saved our first dig site inventory, would it have mattered? I don't think so. Come on, man. He fucking played Prismari. Are you serious? And we have removal in the deck big enough to get rid of it. Stand up for yourself. That would have killed it. Wilton Heat would not have, but we could have swung and then killed it. Molten Note, we may have had enough to pay into it. We probably did not have 9 mana. I don't know. We had outs. What did I just see that was an out? Oh, Lorehold Charm. Lorehold Charm would have been an out. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. That would have been enough. Maybe I should add dual tactics into the deck. Preventing our opponent from being able to block with a creature seems pretty decent. Maybe get rid of 1 group project and go dual tactics. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Come on, Boros. Give us a win. All right. Our opponent's going first. We have our tap land for turn 1, which is good. And we have a Potioner's Trove for 3. I think this hand looks good, but I also thought our opening hand looked good last turn too, and or last game, and we still lost anyway. So we will see. Play a creature that dies to Tome Blast. Play a creature that dies to Tome Blast. Another Hydro Channeler. We cannot get through that creature. Luckily, we top deck a group project, which is nice. Bro, what are you doing? Hello. Can you hurry the fuck up? Thank you. Deluge Virtuoso. He's gonna tap and put a stun counter on our token. Dude, I'm so fucking hungry now. Alright, we're gonna play Potion or Strove. Next turn we can kill the Deluge Virtuoso and we can tap this to gain 2 life. So we're gonna wait till next turn to cast this. We could also just Tome Blast the Virtuoso and then Impractical Joke the Hydro Channeler. I'm so ready to fucking eat. Our opponent plays a Garrison Excavator of their own, and we have one in hand. Relic Sloth. Excavator, whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 red and white spirit creature token. Huh? Fuck it. I'm going to play the Relic Sloth. I'm going to Impractical Joke. I'm going to kill the Hydro Channeler. We don't get to gain the life, but that's okay. Oh my fuck, dude. I exiled his card, and because of that, he got a 2/2. I'm fucking pissed. Stupid fucking sloth. It's fucking garbage. Next turn, I'll play our Garrison Excavator, and then we will group project, assuming we still have both of our creatures. I need this guy to hurry the fuck up. Why are you playing so goddamn slow? You have 3 cards in your hand. You don't need to be roping me every fucking turn. These goddamn fucking stupid limited matches already take long enough. It is not that serious, bro. Cool. Relic Sloth can't block. Do something else. Why am I playing against people who have just started playing fucking Magic today? Jesus Christ. All right. Garrison Excavator. Group project. We tap down our 3 creatures. We'll make a 2/2. And then if group project does not get countered, we will make another 2/2. Dual Tactics is a sorcery. I will attempt to Tome Blast his Deluge Virtuoso. Does he have an instant way to buff this creature? If he can cast any instant right now, Deluge Virtuoso becomes a 3/3 until end of turn. Bro, why do you have to rope with every decision? You either have a way to save your creature or you don't. There, you have a fucking instant. And you bounce the Relic Sloth to my hand. Why did that need to take a fucking minute for you to figure out? I'm about to lose my goddamn mind. He just plays an Orisa. Draw 2. And that was like a 30-second decision. You have 5 mana, you have a 5 drop. This says draw 2 cards. Go to fucking combat. My God. This is fucking ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna flashback the Tome Blast. We're gonna kill the Deluge Virtuoso. Tap the Potioner's Trove to gain 2 life. Say no attacks. God, dude. I got our whole turn done faster than he could play Orisa on 5. That's crazy. I need to get our Relic Sloth back down. I need the life gain. If we could draw into Colossus of the Blood Age, that would be fucking great too. Wait, do we have 5? We only have 5 mana. Just kidding. Primary Research. Would you be good? No, we don't have a non-land thing in our graveyard. Wilt in Heat. No, I don't want that either. Oh my God, dude. Are you 5 mana? He has Embrace the Paradox in hand. Draw 3 cards. And you get to fucking ramp. And it took him until roping to figure that out. I fucking hate this guy so much. I hate him with every fiber of my being. Lorehold Charm. Let's go to combat. I want to tear my eyeball out of my skull. It's going to block the Garrison Excavator. A creature has menace. You have to double block, you fucking retard. You have the same creature with menace on your board. Okay, he changes his blocks so that way they're legal. We're going to give our creatures +1/+1 until end of turn. Set our opponent down to 11. We can play our startled Relic Sloth. I could have gained 2 life from our Potioner's Trove and played the Stone Docent alongside it. I think a 4/4 is just fine. 4/4 with Trample. Seems okay. In theory, the Relic Sloth will gain us more life than the Potioner's Trove just now. But we don't have another way to activate the Trove. We don't have another instant or sorcery card. So we'll see. Oh my God, dude. Why do I only play against Glue Eaters? I want to go eat. Bro, it is your fucking go. My God. Oh, all that time to play a Fractal Mascot. What the fuck is happening? This just makes no sense to me. We'll exile an Impractical Joke. We'll make another 2/2. Say no attacks. Bro, this is fucking insane. Bro, come on. Why are you roping me every fucking turn? You stupid fucking asshole. Color Storm Stallion. Great. Thank you for fucking playing something. Oh my God, he's going to combat. That's wild. Is he going to use his tactics? No, he can't. The tactics is a sorcery. Gonna play bulk up. Great. Okay. So let's double block you. 3, 4. This can block there. 6, 1, 2, 3. This can block there. We'll all trade a whole bunch of things. Dude, even for allowing the blocks to go through. Why did that take 2 minutes for him to fucking say, yeah? Deal damage. Fucking crazy. Next turn, we have 10 damage on board. Can bring the Stone Docent back with primary research, but it's not great. We could also just exile the Stone Docent. Probably be better. Because we get the Surveil. Yeah. We do that, we gain 2 life, we get to Surveil 1. Honorbound Page seems good. That's a mid-0, it's fine. Swing in, we set our opponent down to 1. We gain 4 life, we go up to 13. Next turn, we top deck the Honorbound Page. It enters prepared. We can give a creature flying. All we need is 1 creature. 1 creature to swing with the next turn. This dude's pissing me off so much. Proctor's Gaze. He bounces our Relic Sloth. Incredible. Absolutely insane play. Took until he was roping again to figure it out. Bro. He's dead. He's dead on board. We're gonna wait. We're gonna use some of our timers now. There goes 1 timeout. Oh, look at that. Look who didn't want to sit through the timers. After roping me every single, not even just every single fucking turn, every single goddamn play. Look who didn't want to sit through the timer to lose the match. That's crazy. Fuck that guy. We're 1-1 with the deck. And it only took 3 hours for us to play those 2 matches. That game took 14 fucking minutes. 14 minutes. All right. This opening hand looked good. We have access to both colors of mana. We have a Potioner's Trove in hand. We've got a bunch of instant sorcery spells in our hand. Opponent starts with a Shattered Acolyte. We're going to group project. We're going to make a spirit token. All we need is to find one more land. There's a 45% chance that we top deck a land. 45%. Shattered Acolyte. Let's see if he has the 1 mana instant to give his creature indestructible. Nope, just a Locust Spray. Okay, that was a good use. We don't hit land number 3. We're going to... Can we draw with this? No. We're going to Tome Blast his Shattered Acolytes. Maybe should have done the Stone Docent, but they can exile this from the graveyard to surveil one. I didn't really want to give them that option. Also, this can destroy. I didn't even realize that. This could destroy our Potioner's Trove once we get it. One plays Soaring Stone Glider. Three mana, 4/3 Elephant Cleric. As an additional cost to cast a spell, exile 2 cards from your graveyard or pay 2. It's got Flying and Vigilance. 3 mana, 4/3 Flying Vigilance. Opponent plays an Informed Inkwright. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery that targets a creature, create an Inkling. And of course, he fucking has a way to activate it right now in the same turn. And it's fucking Killian's Confidence, which he can bring back forever and forever. While we barely hit land number 3 right now. Set up the Trove, I guess. We're getting our fucking ass beat. And we just can't hit land. Even now, we still can't hit another land. Just crazy. We're gonna dig site inventory here. Our opponent will take one. Doesn't matter. More importantly, we can tap the Potioner's Trove to gain 2 life. We go up to 9, and we have a 2/4 blocker now. And he's got fucking removal for it. Exile effect. It's awesome. 5, 6, 7. Dead. Absolutely garbage. We lost because we couldn't hit lands. Super fun reason to lose. We don't even get to play the game. All right, I need to eat. I'm hungry. Where did we end up? We're still in bronze, silver tier 2. I don't know what we started at today, but we'll have to take it, I guess. Today we started at silver. I think that's silver 4. So climbing up to silver tier 2. It's like, oh yeah. We started at the bottom of silver 4. So we climbed 2 tiers. It's only all right. It's still progress. We climbed up 2 tiers over 4 hours. Could be better. Oh well. That's going to wrap it up.